whack play, get on the road, and start to roll. That would be the plan, and so far the plan is being executed for New Mexico State. 70-56 on the road in Orem, Utah last night over Utah Valley. Aggies are now 4-0 in whack play, headed into the weekend, and getting not healthy, but getting to know who they are. And there's another team that might have to do that as well. 70-56 was the final last night. Tight first half, and then New Mexico State pulled away a little bit. Johnny McCants had 13, Trev Queen 17, and Terrell Brown came off the bench 17 for New Mexico State, who improves to 4-0 in conference play, 13-6 overall. And next up, they continue the road swing, I'm going to guess in Seattle, right? Is that how that works, that road trip does? It does. Seattle coming up on Saturday. Happy Friday. You made it to the end of a 5-day work week. It's been a while, huh? Most of you don't have to do it next week. But you made it to Friday. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, the Golden Hoser. Josh is producing for you this morning on ProView Networks, making sure your visuals are visually satisfying to you, as visually satisfying as they can be with us in them. What's up, y'all?
What it do?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah, buddy. What am I going to do without that if that ever goes away? I mean, what would I do without yeah, buddying every morning? I mean, my life just would be incomplete.
Aww.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop it.
What's up? What you got? What'd you watch last night?
Hoops. A lot of college basketball.
A lot of college basketball. I watched, you know what I watched? Pepperdine and Loyola Marymount. I watched a lot. I don't know why that was my game. I watched the Bill Walton game. He had Arizona State. And you know I watch Arizona State and Colorado. He had. I'll watch anything that Bill Walton has. So he was spectacular. But, yeah, a lot of hoops.
A good Pac-12 basketball last night, as well as West Coast Conference in action. NBA. It was entertaining if you watch Jazz Pelicans, just because it was an outrageous game that went into overtime. Brandon Ingram, Donovan Mitchell both going over 40 points. But definitely a night of hoops to kind of set the table for the weekend. A big Saturday in the Octagon.
Yep.
The Lobos are in Vegas as well. So very busy time there. And then, a couple championship games on Sunday.
Oh, yeah, the NFC Championships and the AFC Championship game. All here on the Sports Animal. Starts at noon with the AFC Championship game. That's Kansas City and Tennessee. Tighten up. And then we'll go out to San Francisco after that. For the NFC Championship game, it'll be the Packers and the 49ers. We'll have that all for you here in your home for the National Football League and the Super Bowl. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. All right, we got a lot to do today. Hunter Green's going to be with us. That's coming up at 8:30. Somebody asked for it yesterday. And so, JJ, what do I do? When somebody says, hey, well, you guys should get Hunter on. I want to hear what he thinks about it. What do we do?
You deliver.
So Hunter Green, due to be with us from Las Vegas. It's early in the morning out there, 7:30 in the morning. 8:30 for us. We'll talk with Hunter Green. We got to get into a lot of stuff. There's new stuff on the Astros that now directly implicates Alex Bregman. We'll get into the IFC or the UFC stuff over the weekend. We got the Baylor coaching hire, which is an interesting one, which was a name that was up for the job at New Mexico, and I just don't think they can afford it. Odell Beckham. We got all kinds of stuff. Can we start with Odell, please? Do you mind?
We can.
Is this way too much? Like, is the world just losing their mind over Odell Beckham losing his?
Yes. Like, Odell Beckham was absolutely look at me, rah-rah, doing too much guy. Made a mistake in the locker room. Slapping the security guard in the backside.
Made a mistake on the field handing out hundos.
Handed out hundies. Like, he was way too over his skis. But then to see what's happened after the fact, while that sounds like City of New Orleans is trying to send a message themselves to Odell Beckham Jr. What I find funny in all this, I get it. It's a no smoking building. You're not supposed to have the cigars post-game. The amount of run that LSU themselves and everyone else got out of Joe Burrow smoking a cigar, sitting on a couch, saying, what an image, iconic, how cool is that?
It was kind of cool.
Yeah, but to go all that and then see this stuff happen.
I'm not sure I get the correlation.
So they're praising Joe Burrow
for smoking in a non-smoking room. Is that your issue?
They're sharing that video. They're showing him on the couch, and yet now that security guard's in the locker room and put it out, and no one in LSU is acknowledging that. It's all just on Odell Beckham now.
Well, Odell was a fool.
Yeah,
I mean Odell acted a fool. Odell was probably hammered. as was, I don't know, what were there, 78,000 people in the Superdome that night? I'm going to guess 72,000 of them were. Right? Is that a fair estimate? Mm-hmm. And he's Odell. Like it's not like it's somebody. It's not like Booger McFarland who went out and did. See, here's the deal. You had a lot of LSU guys there, a lot of former LSU guys there. Booger McFarland and and the sideline was littered with these guys. Odell's the one who decided it had to be all about him. Odell can't be absolved of this. And the reason I firmly believe the reason that it's this big of a deal is because it's Odell. Now, if Booger McFarland or give me another LSU guy was out there, Ryan
Clark
was handing out $100 bills, would it be an issue? Yeah, I think it probably would be because you've got the NCAA piece. But because it's that guy and that guy's got that history, I think that's why it's going on here. I have no problem with the Joe Burrow thing. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a great picture. It is kind of cool. And for that guy to culminate that story by sitting there smoking a cigar.
I get it. I don't have a problem with it either. But for them to celebrate it and then at the same time be like, well, you need to respect the security guards in the locker room that are telling them to put it out.
So LSU saying that? You're saying, is LSU spreading the same message?
LSU put it on their social media.
Yeah, the picture.
LSU was sharing the video
the
of him walking through smoking the cigar.
Yeah.
But just to see them promote that, and then their guys in the locker room being told by security.
Totally different people.
But to me, it's a little pot kettle. Like LSU's praising it, but then you have this situation in the locker room with security guards. Like, now we gotta
see. And so we're saying, well, which one's more petty? Yeah. Is what we're going with. I don't know. Was it a security guy's job to tell me you can't smoke? Maybe. I mean, this is probably what his job is. Hey, guys, you can't smoke in here. And there's reasons you can't smoke in places, and there's laws, and that's what his job is. You want to tell me he should not do his job in that situation? I'll listen to you. I might disagree with you, but I'll listen to it. Was the security guard overzealous? I don't know. It didn't seem to be overzealous. He seemed to be having a conversation with these young men, and Odell came in, a grown-ass man, and slapped him on the butt and tried to diffuse it? Is that what he was trying to do? Try to get the security guard away? I watched the video the first time and I'm like, yeah, whatever, okay, cute. It just didn't even resonate. And then all of the amount of chatter on social media, on radio, the amount of time SportsCenter devoted to it, I'm like, what am I missing? Why is this such a big deal? And I guess it's because it's that guy, right? And you've got the Cleveland Browns situation with a brand new general manager. They didn't bring him over. They want to put up with this crap. Did Odell perform to the point of a guy that you're going to put up with that crap anymore? Did he perform to that point last year? I know he's telling people he wants out of Cleveland. Who wants him? Belichick? Probably.
Yeah, a lot of other people.
Yep. I mean, would you trade him now?
I think Cleveland will. Potential, because like you said, there's no one that's on his side now that brought him
all
in.
Those people are gone. They're all gone.
And they're like, oh, look at Odell handing out hundreds, slapping the security guard.
He's got a warrant out for his arrest. I mean,
buy low opportunity for someone.
Well, tell me what he did positive for your organization last year. Like you brought him in. You're dealing with
Odell was another play on the Browns. Yeah. He didn't do anything negative. He didn't do anything positive.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what he did. That
Baker Mayfield was more of a distraction with his attitude than Odell Beckham was on Cleveland Browns
right.
last year.
That's probably right. But I mean, what did he do to say, yeah, I want to put up with this crap? Or do you sit down and say, man, you got to either stop drinking or learn how to control your booze?
Well, you have a conversation with a lot of people in that league, I assume.
Okay, fair enough. But a lot of people in that league aren't all over my television screen handing out hundos and slapping security guys on the ass, right?
Yep.
I mean, you got to figure it out. I heard the argument, well, he's only 27. At what point are we grown? At what point are you a grown man? And
you're grown when you're a star wide receiver at 27.
If you're grown up enough to accept that check and go out and do all of those things that check allows you to do, are you a grown-ass man at that point?
It was just a year for Odell until this happened. And then the way he was acting at the national championship game, you would then start going back to the other incidents that he had, kicking net,
that's right,
etc. And then you question it moving forward. For Odell, if nothing comes of this, and they just say, "Hey, we don't appreciate your attitude, don't do it again," type of deal. I think you Cleveland.
He might get a misdemeanor ticket, right? He might have to pay a fine. He's not going to jail for this. I could see, where the city of New Orleans is right now, and they're trying to make a point. And if this security officer, and we don't know, and I'm sure at some point Barbara Walters or who's going to get a hold of him? Oprah? Who'd you tell me? Sage Steele? Who? Who does the interviews these days? Jeremy Schaap?
Robin Roberts.
Oh, there you go, Robin Roberts. She'll get a hold of the security officer, and he'll tell you how he felt threatened, and he was in a threatening situation, and Odell hit him and physically put his hands on him. And back when I was a kid, somebody did that to me, and it brought back memories, and I felt in that situation. Whatever. All right. But I just, this story blew up, and I'm like, I don't get it. All right, we'll talk about Vance Jackson a little bit. Is he going to play? I don't know if we have an answer. Maybe Hunter will at 8:30 when he's with us. Hunter Green from the Lobo Sports Radio Network, or UNM Sports Radio Network. Is that what it's called now? Mm-hmm. We'll talk to him about that. We'll talk about the weekend's games of basketball. UFC 240, what is it, 246, a big New Mexico feel to that card. And we'll get into Connor and Cowboy. We'll get into Holly and Raquel Pennington. We got a lot to do, and we got to talk about that Astros allegations that came out yesterday afternoon as well. And the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Second field goal, he's got 4 points. Watson, though, goes all the way.
Hit the deck, I should say. Cordova tried to throw it off Romero. A 3 for...
Set out to Jutapia. Nice move behind his back. It's a good... Here's Ramos, step back, high arcing, twine!
But he needed to get his legs back under him.
Ooh, a little kick.
They leave it one more time. Two-hand hammer.
Look at this. They're going to go score again. Look at this.
Up top. Yes, and the finish for Akbayosi. Saved into the hands of Riak. Ahead of the pack. Davina Lovato. Up high. Down hard for Akbayosi. Out of the corner, Casals, the 3-0, Katenge! Let me clean up the mess! He dropped out of the rafters for that one, Steve.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut!
We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Lady Lobo basketball tomorrow on our radio station. Lady Lobo's in UNLV at Dreamstyle Arena, the Pit. 1:30 is when Josh Sushan will crack the microphone from Albertson's Radio Row with the Bank of the West pregame show from Dreamstyle Arena, the Pit. Men play in Vegas tomorrow at
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Over on 96.3 KKOB, Josh will have the ladies' game. Hunter Green along with Robert Portnoy over on the men's game. Jeff, JJ, Josue, and Josh with you this morning. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. That's how you can get in today. Your emails will come in, Jeff at 610knml.com. JJ at 610knml.com. All right, so this whole Astros thing took a real turn yesterday when the niece of Carlos Beltran hit the social media. And Carlos Beltran is the only player who was named in the report with this whole Astros sign stealing situation. Now, Carlos Beltran had since been named the manager of the New York Mets. Yesterday, he and the Mets parted ways, and Nisi went nuts and kind of talked about all kinds of things, basically saying that the Astros thing was so intricate that players, and she named Altuve and Bregman.
Did they confirm that was her?
Her confirmed report?
Because I saw a couple things that the Mets were denying that was actually Carlos Beltran's niece.
Okay.
And then other people in the game actually speculating, hey, could this potentially be a player's burner account? Somehow. That's how crazy it is getting with the Astros stuff online.
Yeah, no, of course it could be. Everybody points back to the home run that Altuve hit off Aroldis Chapman in the American League Championships 2 seasons ago, right? Where, remember he said, don't rip my jersey off, don't rip my jersey off, and he said, my wife doesn't like it. Remember that?
Yes.
I don't know whose account this is. I don't know if there's anything to it. And to your point, it could be someone bitter. It could be someone making stuff up. It can be that's the world in which we live. You're totally right. But it's out there now, right? She said, or the account said, I'm told to stay quiet, but I refuse. Sorry, Teal, Uncle. Jose Altuve and Bregman wore devices that buzzed inside right shoulder from hallway video guy. Let's get it all out now.
What a mess.
I don't know what to make
of it. What a mess.
Do you?
Well, what I make of it is Major League Baseball has already said they're guilty of cheating.
Okay.
To what extent they did deny that there were any extra devices being used. That's coming from Major League Baseball in their investigation. So we know they cheated. To what level, that is being debated right now. Were there devices on person? Was it just banging a trash can from behind? This is just a mess. They tried to make it go away really quickly. And by giving the players the open ability to talk, not punishing them, not taking away a World Series, this is just going to drag on. Eventually, when you start playing baseball, you'll get a new World Series champion. But it's just bad for the game. At some point in time, you just want a little credibility. You just want a little bit of character in something. Not everything's perfect, but you have a tainted World Series championship. Major League Baseball players are reacting, and it is interesting seeing some of their reactions because while we all believe you can't just look at the Astros and assume, well, they were the only ones doing it because we have the Red Sox stuff that came along as well. You had Alex Wood, Dodgers pitcher. He came out and said, you know what, I'd definitely rather have guys using steroids against me as opposed to someone knowing where the pitch is going. Yep. And so this is one where even the players themselves are like, all right, this is beyond the game. And everyone gets it when you're using technology. And to me, it's what we're going to have is who's willing to talk, who you're going to believe to get to.
Who are you going to believe now?
Yeah, to get to the point of, all right, we know they cheated. And there's no denying that. The Astros can try to say whatever they want. Major League Baseball punished them. Other people are speaking out on it. Now we're just trying to figure out what level the cheating was.
Yeah. Baseball said there's no evidence that they used wearable devices. Altuve put out a statement through Scott Boras, his agent, yesterday, quote, "I've never worn an electronic device in my performance as a major league player." Okay. That was his statement. I don't know where this is coming from, and I don't know where it goes. Now, the way I understand it is the players were granted immunity in this, right? The reason the players have not been punished, that it's been strictly management, general managers, is because the players, otherwise, how else would you have gotten them to talk, right? If you go to the players and say, look, you need to talk, I need the truth, you won't be punished if you tell me the truth, but, we're granting you immunity and whatever. So that's how they got the majority of this information, it sounds like, right, is going to the players. I don't know where it ends, man, because to your point, this can come from anywhere. Anybody can say it. And how many ex-Astros are out there that know this that are now somewhere else? How many specifically opponents are now hearing this? And whether it's the Yankees who got beat in the championship series, the Dodgers who got beat in the World Series, right? How many of those people are saying, wait a minute, man, you took away our shot. And by the way, I wonder how many of their houses are clean.
Yeah, which is...
Are we going to sit around and believe that those are the only two teams that did this?
No, we're not. But which is interesting when you do see some of the reaction finally. Alex Wood, Cody Bellinger, so there's some Dodgers reaction, of course, from the team that lost the 2017 World Series, speaking out because you don't want to be the dude that's throwing rocks when you're living in that glass house. But there are players that are very upset that this was going on in a part of their league.
You bring up a really interesting point, too. Is this worse for the game than the steroid stuff? The steroid stuff was it gave you a competitive advantage, but not like competitive during the game. Is there a difference that, I stuck a needle in my butt, but I still got to go out there and hit the ball. I still had to catch, field, throw, know what's coming, as opposed to I know when a fastball's coming, I know when a curveball's coming. There's a real argument that this is certainly worse than the steroid thing, right?
Yes, there is, and you hear that from players themselves. They're like, I don't care if that guy's juiced, if I still have the opportunity to beat him because I'm throwing this curveball here, I got a devastating two-seamer, whatever it may be that I have in my arsenal. It's different than, he knows said pitch is coming.
So go back and think of Aroldis Chapman, who gave up that home run. I think of Clayton Kershaw and how his legacy, and I don't know if it's tainted or not by this, but certainly his postseason legacy is harmed by this, right? He played against both of those teams, the Astros and the Red Sox. What about Chan-Ho Park? Remember how he got lit up in Game 7?
Hugh Darvish?
That's what did I say, Chan-Ho Park? Yes, totally different guy. Hugh Darvish, who went to the Cubs. Mm-hmm. What about Hugh Darvish, Dodger starter in Game 7?
It makes you think, too, because we hear the stories, and it happened with Steven Strasburg this past postseason, where, the guy was tipping his pitches. So we found it.
That's a different story.
But that was the thing with Hugh Darvish. Is there like he was tipping his pitches, so we knew it was coming? Well, was he now?
Right? Was he?
Or were you tipping his pitches?
Yeah, who was tipping his pitches? His pitches might have very well been tipped, but who was doing it and how? Yeah, I started thinking about a lot of tentacles on this thing and where it goes and who could have been affected and how they could have been affected and where it goes. And I'm convinced that we've not heard the end of it. And when I sat there and read some of this stuff yesterday, I'm like, holy bleep.
I think a decade, 15 years.
What are we talking about?
The 30 for 30 on it.
I don't even give it that long. Yeah, I give it 5 years. You think all these guys?
Well, you
have to
get
be
enough
gone?
people that will be comfortable to talk about it, enough information.
All these players have to be out of the game?
Go on the record, probably. Most of them do.
All right. Yeah, that's probably right. But the whole you look back at that whole Altuve thing. No, don't rip my jersey off. Don't rip my jersey off. I mean, that could have been a Sammy Sosa cork back moment, right?
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
There he is, all wired up.
Boom!
Oh,
Wire.
Geez.
What is
that? Oh, I just my pacemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cuidado, papi, no, mira.
I know.
No, man.
I don't know what you
pude
just said,
jersey,
but-
¿Qué pasó?
Exactly. Hey, you see the vehicles around town? They got IPS initials on them. Do you know who they are? You should. IPS, International Protective Service, is a security company that I trust to watch my home. I'm a big, big proponent of police, but there's just not enough police to respond to all the home break-ins or all the alarms that go off around this town. And honestly, what good's an alarm if nobody's going to respond? IPS responds typically within 5 to 7 minutes, often less, with an armed, trained security officers. Hundreds of homeowners and business owners in Santa Fe and Albuquerque rely on IPS to protect their property. If you've got a trip coming up, IPS can patrol your home while you're away. On garbage day, they'll move your trash cans to the curb and back, pick up your newspaper, your mail, just give your home that lived-in look. Call them at 897-2420. 897-2420. The vehicles you see in your neighborhood, that means someone on your street refuses to be a victim of property crime. Don't wait until something bad happens. Let IPS secure what's valuable to you. Call them at 897-2420.
Sports Animal time is now 7:26. Let's take another look here at Friday morning's commute. Right now, no major accidents or delays going on. Just be aware there is some slick roads, especially if you're going to I-25 to Santa Fe. There's some areas of slickness there, so just be careful. We also got reports of heavy fog in the East Mountains near Cedillo Hill, so also be careful and give yourself plenty of time. Slow down getting through there safely. If you see an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. From the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center, I'm Josue with your Sports Animal Traffic.
What you gotta do is give me some money, okay?
Get your share of free money starting Tuesday. Your chance to win just by listening and texting. Listen for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the national keyword to 95819, and you could win $1,000. It's that easy. You're listening anyway. You love to text, and you like getting paid. We can't make it any easier than that. For complete rules and information, visit our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Free money starts Tuesday on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal.
Because lives matter, results matter. $12.5 million settlement for a Glasheen, Vaez, and Inderman injury lawyer's client, resulting from a wrongful death company vehicle wreck. Call Glasheen, Vaez, and Inderman, 243-7200.
Need more traffic? You're less than 10 minutes away from another traffic report on 96.3 FM. News Radio KKOB, with traffic reports every 10 minutes on the 7s. On air now at 96.3 News Radio KKOB.
Root Insurance could save you up to 52% on your car insurance. Here's how it works. Root uses an app to base rates primarily on how you drive. And since we don't insure bad drivers, you don't have to pay for their accidents. We designed car insurance entirely around your smartphone. Just download the Root app and drive around for a few weeks. The app measures your driving behavior, so good drivers could get the rate they deserve. And with Root, you have everything you need right at your fingertips, from your policy to claims to repairs. Root proves that big coverage can come in a small package with an even smaller price tag. Just visit joinroot.com/radio to get started. If you're a good driver, you could save up to 52% on your car insurance, and that leaves you extra money to buy something you really want. Again, visit joinroot.com/radio to get started. That's joinroot.com/radio. Not available in all states. Disclaimers may apply. See joinroot.com for details.
Flo here with a word that's just weird. Terry cloth. Who exactly is Terry? And why does he get his own fabric? Did he journey below SPF 50? Fight off some weeds in his daffodils? How about a word for everyone? Flotection. Yeah, I just made it up. But I'm not making up how great it feels when me and Progressive protect your new home. Ever think of that, Terry? No. Terry only thinks of himself.
Save an average of 17% on car insurance when you bundle home and auto through Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
It's quite simple. If you can drop 5 balls, you can win a pile of cash.
Get to the wall of cash at Isleta Resort and Casino and win your share of over $1 million.
9 times every Saturday and Sunday, 2 players will head to the wall. They'll drop 5 balls down the wall to win up to $5,000.
Earn entries today with the chance to win 1,000 entries every Tuesday.
The wall of cash with more than $1 million in prizes.
Now through February 9th at Isleta Resort and Casino,
where the fun begins.
Precision Door, a name you can trust.
When you push the button on your garage door and it makes a loud noise, that's a sure sign of trouble. That's when you should call Precision Garage Doors at 244-DOOR. These guys are ready to roll. They know you don't have time to wait to get your vehicle out of the garage. Precision Garage Doors has well-trained technicians who won't cut corners. They'll let you know exactly what needs to be done so you get the problem solved. They even offer a lifetime warranty. You spend time in the garage? Ask about insulating your door to make it more comfortable and keep the winter weather out. Here's what their customers really like. Precision sends a picture of the technician headed to your home, and they let you know when he's on the way. You can trust Precision Garage Doors. Call 244-DOOR or visit GarageDoorsAlbuquerque.com. That's 244-DOOR or GarageDoorsAlbuquerque.com. Make the right decision. Call Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
With NFL Game Pass, you can see all the action all season long, all in one place.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Replay every game.
Let's go!
Every gutsy call.
Tonight is the night!
Every crazy catch.
Into the end zone, touchdown!
Every wild comeback.
My goodness, this dude's a beast!
It's all the football you can handle for just $49.99. Go to NFL.com/Game Pass to start your free trial today. Certain restrictions apply.
Let's get it, fellas, come on!
The Dan Patrick Show, today at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
So I also take it you didn't agree with Jessica Mendoza's take on the whole Mike Fiers thing, he's the former Astro pitcher now with the A's who basically exposed this whole Astros thing, saying that you just don't do that.
Yeah, and Major League Baseball has to love that piece as well, that she is a
Mets
consultant for the New York Mets.
And a major analyst on ESPN.
On top of an opinionator. And I enjoyed her on the Sunday Night broadcast. I think she does a good job. Do. But that's one of the ones you're just like...
off now?
Not yet.
She might be off the consultant beat, but broadcasting's fine. Yeah. That's what you want. You're getting insight, opinion, backlash on said opinion, going after the whistleblower.
So basically her opinion was that you don't do that. That you're in the game, you don't blow the whistle. You can tell your teammates what's coming. You can tell your teammates what's happening, but you do not go after your former teammates and blow that thing up. You just don't do that. That somehow he violated some sort of a code. And there's a lot of people
there's those codes again.
Well, there's a lot of people on her side.
Yeah.
A lot of people on her side.
Which is funny. So the baseball code is you're all good with cheating, potentially using technology. That's not breaking the code. But if you're talking about it and exposing said cheaters, you're broken the unwritten rules of our baseball.
Well, in some respects, I think she's saying that he benefited from it, right? He's got a ring. He benefited from it. He was part of it.
Well, he did, but now he's also cast himself and everyone else on that team.
No doubt.
Under that cloud of speculation.
Right. And so I think there's a couple of conversations here, right? If he was uncomfortable with this, and obviously you and I asked the question yesterday and we don't have an answer to this. Why would he do it? Why did he come out and blow the lid off of this whole thing? Did it bother him to watch these guys go? Did he feel guilty? And if you felt guilty, what would be the right thing to do? Would it be to go to the Astros? I mean, what are you going to say to them?
And especially in the moment, because that's the easiest thing to go back to for people is, well, why didn't you do it at that time? Or why didn't you immediately confront what was going
you're
on?
Part of it. Hey, guys, this isn't right. We should stop doing it. Oh, yeah, Fires says we shouldn't do it.
Fires,
yeah.
go back to the bullpen.
Yeah, shut up and right. So if you get something like that going, you can't put it out. But maybe that happened. We don't know that. Maybe he felt bad about it the whole way and just something wasn't right. And because I'm going to believe that everybody on that team knew what was going on, right? How are you on that club and you don't know what's going on?
If something like that is happening, it'd be hard not to know what's going on, especially when you're in your dugout,
right?
Talking with the dudes on the flight,
somehow you know that's going on. So if you're uncomfortable, what's the right way? And again, if he was with the Oakland A's and he called the Astros and said, "Hey, guys, I just don't feel right about this, and I want to come clean." Like what are the Astros going to say to him? Right?
New phone, who dis?
I just don't know what the right way to do it is, and I know that there's a lot of people who flat out feel this is not. And I'm not sure I disagree with that. He brought a lot of people down. Now you can tell me all those people deserve to be brought down. Okay, I'm listening. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right? He benefited from this. He was part of them, but all of a sudden now he turns on them. I think there is a conversation to be had there. I think there really is. Where is the?
Are you okay with what he did?
I'm not certain I am, to be honest with you. No, I'm not certain I am okay with what he did. Now, I'd like to know more about what happened prior, why he did it, what he felt, what his motivation in doing this was. If he was just trying to clean up baseball, I'm a little skeptical, right? But
because he's a part of that team, so he's not in a sense, maybe he's trying to say, hey, this was going on and it weighed on me because I don't want to be a part of it. But
what did he say?
He is a part of that entire Astros team, whether you were a batter potentially buzzing or you were in that bullpen making those pitches. That World Series championship is tainted. And for Mike Fiers...
But it still exists, by the way.
It does still exist. But it is absolutely questionable. And for Mike Fiers to come out, I don't have a problem with it. I think far too many times we like to put down people that are trying to point out other people's mistakes and just be quiet. I think it's fascinating to the timing of it. Why did he do it? What was worrying him? Did he try to do anything in the moment? Or was it kind of after the fact, the whirlwind of a season, you start looking back going, oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's why
there is a lot of unanswered questions with Mike Fiers. I really find it hard to believe, though, that too many people in baseball would be upset because you are seeing the reaction of guys in the game going, yeah, I'd much rather dudes just be doing anything else other than know exactly what is coming.
Yeah, I this isn't cut and dry.
No.
All right, and where is the violation of the bro code, the teammate code? I don't know. I think that's probably a couple of steps down the line in the story. Right? Today, I think it's going to be really uncovering the players' issue and what happened. And probably by middle of next week, somebody's going to get to Mike Fiers and say, so why did you decide you needed to talk? What was going on? Or maybe he flat out says, no, man, I created too big of a fire. I'm staying away from this. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he's not the most popular guy anywhere either.
Like, sports aren't perfect.
Do you want him as your teammate now?
I think if you've done nothing wrong, yeah. Because I think at some point in time, even though he might have broke the bro code, if he's trying to take a step forward and acknowledge what happened, is that not someone then you can respect?
I guess I want to know why. Why?
Yeah. Because
do you feel guilty?
What's funny with me in all this is the whole bro code thing. It's like, then you're cool with like breaking the law of sport. Like at some point in time, like where is that character line? This is more than all right. Yeah, people might have taken steroids. Get healthy. Get back on the field of play. You're in it. You're across from someone. You know the audible. Like this player versus player reaction versus. There's a reason that the catcher's holding the signs.
Are you
where
cool
he is.
with what he did?
I am fine with what Mike Fiers did.
Yeah,
because we're acknowledging a wrong. Is he perfect in this? That's not what I'm saying.
I'm not sure I am.
But
and I think at some point this would have come out organically. I guess I really want to know why he did it.
Mm-hmm.
What happened, man? Were you beat up in this whole thing? Were you bullied? Were you just, was it beating up heavy on your conscience? Why? I guess I want to know why. And what else did you try to do before? Did you try to be part of the solution? Were you part of the problem? Were you implicit in this? Now, he didn't bat as an American League pitcher, right? But you had to know what was going on. So I guess I want to know why. But no, I think I'm a little more uncomfortable than I am okay with it. Does that make me horrible?
Well, no,
it's
I think
okay if it does. I mean,
that doesn't make you. Are you cool with what the Astros are doing?
No.
But you're just not cool with him.
And so I know
calling out cheaters.
Yeah, and so I know that sounds somewhat hypocritical. And I think at some point these things come out organically, right? Don't they?
Well, how do they come out if there's the whole bro code and no one's going to talk about it?
Yeah, but everybody's still playing. Right. You still got to go with them every day. I guess I'm just not there. 505-246-0610, 888-922.
You might have a problem with Mike Fiers if you have a problem with yourself. If you're a player in the league.
I imagine.
Then the only thing you're worried about is, he's going to air my dirty laundry.
Right. I wonder what percentage has dirty laundry. I'll bet it's a pretty high percentage. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Second field goal, he's got 4 points. Watson, though, goes all the way.
Hit the deck, I should say. Cordova tried to throw it off. Romero, a 3 for...
Set out to Jutapia. Nice move behind his back. It's a good... Here's Ramos, step back, high arcing, playing it! But he needed to get his legs back under him. Ooh, little kick.
They leave it one more time to Hammer.
Look at this, and then we'll score again. Look at this.
Up top! Yes, and the finish for Akbayosi. Saved into the hands of Riak, ahead of the pack to Davina Lovato. Up high, down hard for Akbayosi. Out of the corner, Casals, the 3-0, Katenge! Let me clean up the mess! He dropped out of the rafters for that one, Steve.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
So would you have done it? If you were Mike Fiers, you were on the A's, would you have blown the whistle? Blow the whistle, blow the whistle. On the Houston Astros. It's the opening drive, Jeff JJ. Hoser and Josh, 246-0610. 888-922-0610. AC says, I think Fiers was okay with it since it helped him at the time, but when it didn't, he snitched. Snitches get stitches. We'll see.
I think a big part of this too. Would Fiers give back that World Series ring? Would he say, "I don't want a part of this"?
I don't know.
That would say a lot to the way he feels.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea.
Because it is funny the way we react at times, where we're cool with breaking whatever law.
You're right.
Of a game, this or that, but as long as you just don't tell on someone.
No, you're.
But if you
you're
tell
right.
on someone, you're the problem.
This is uncomfortable. I'm not saying he's the problem. I think they're two separate issues within an issue.
Because I can understand someone getting caught up in the moment, and I think plenty of people have been in that situation.
Well, and the moment's bigger than you.
Well, you're involved in something, you don't know how to slow it down. You're like, what do I do? I'm just said person here, and it weighs on you, and it weighs on you, and then you're like, all right, I got to do something about this.
And then what's the right thing to do? I think both things can be right. By the way, that what the Astros did, you can believe is wrong, but you can also believe that Mike Fiers handled it improperly. I think both of those things can be right. Well, then how else would you have known? I don't know the answer to that. But you can have a problem with both the Astros and with the guy who blew the whistle. I think, because to your point, I think,
But then that's also a societal issue then.
Okay. Okay.
So you have a problem with every whistleblower, or just Fiers because he's a baseball player?
No, I don't. And I'm not telling you I'm right here. And I'm not telling you Jessica Mendoza's right, but I'm not telling you she's wrong either.
No, because I know it's a mindset that exists. Yes.
At some point, what do you trust? Do you agree that there's stuff that's within a locker room that needs to always stay within that team?
Yeah, but we're not talking. He's not out there saying, "Oh, do you want to also know who all the dudes that are out with their girlfriends on the road trips?" No, this was about the game.
That's right.
And
I think
people get scared that he's going to air out everything else. He's just talking specifically about the game. He didn't drop anything else in that athletic piece. Well, oh, by the way, Garrett Cole. Well, let me tell you what he does on the weekend.
What does Garrett Cole do? What did he do? What do you know?
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. And I understand that I'm supposed to feel one way. I just don't. And I guess I do want to hear more. Mm-hmm. If he was prompted by something, or that guy did something to me, or I guess I want to hear more. You don't?
Well, I do.
Yeah, I do too. All right, 505-246-0610. That's how you can get into that.
To me,
922-0610.
As you brought up, this is way more impactful to the game. Like the steroids, they were bad.
That was a big deal.
it got crazy because there was a Mitchell report and Congress got involved, and then Major League Baseball was like, oh, we got to take a stand against drugs and steroid users. But still, you asked a player at that point in time, person to person, they'd be like, as long as I still have the opportunity to get said person out or make a play mano a mano, you'll take it. This is, if the dude does know what's coming, then how do I use my skills?
No, that's right. He's cheating. That's flat out cheating. And cheating in the moment in the game is viewed, and I believe properly so, as different than a guy that's prepping differently, than taking steroids. And I'm not telling you that one's okay and one's not. In fact, I'm telling you they're probably both not okay.
And I think that's also a reason why Manfred, Major League Baseball's commissioner, tried to come down like he was looking like he's bringing sledgehammers. Boom, year suspension for you, year suspension for you. We're cleaning this up, but not trying to get the players involved because of how wide it could have gotten.
Yeah, and I don't even care what's worse for the game, to be honest with you. I know we always got to rate things and say this is worse and this is better, and I don't even care, to be honest with you. I mean, they're both pretty bad for the game. I know I brought it up, and to somewhat highlight the severity of it. Lance, good morning.
Good morning. I'm going to try to change the conversation because I'm not just
what are you producing our show now?
In any sport, if I could. But did you know that Demi Lovato was spawned here? She's going to sing at the halftime at the Super Bowl, but she doesn't want to come back too soon out of her rehabilitation. Well, that's a pretty damn big stage. You know what I mean? So I just thought that was crazy. You know, everybody else had to bring out that she's from here, not herself. You know, and anyway, I just had to get that out of the way. I'm really upset with her, but
I'm glad you feel better.
You know, I think we should, all sports animals, try to write songs. You know, to get the wife or whoever, the grandma or mother-in-law, out of the room when you're in your man cave. You know, just like trying to watch the game. I got one. You know, living with you, dear, is like living alone. You just turn it on. My life is a torture. Not the real is gone, and they leave. See, I mean, well, all of us, we need to get together to write songs. You know, for all of us. And, you know, if you're a Bronco fan, you got 49ers envy. It's just horrible. You got Shanahan Jr., Kubiak, all of them up there, you know, and this weekend again, we're going to watch a game with the best linebacker, one of them in the leagues, in the AFC. Then we're going to watch a guy that is a receiver for the 49ers in the NFC. Every game I watch, there's an ex-Bronco on that team. And it just, you know, but this is the thing. For all those people out there, remember what you're going through. See, like Cowboy fan, you're watching Troy Aikman look down at Coach and then crying. That was really special as a football player. You know, that for me, I played and just watching how special that
Jimmy
was.
Johnson.
So watch
Hall of
him,
Fame induction.
the guy come and put him in the Hall of Fame. You know, that was a special moment for me as a football player. I'm not a Cowboy fan, but you know what, damn, it's better when the Cowboys are good.
Right.
And they're
Streets
there.
are safer around here.
And I really appreciate that, you know, and that day. And I sat there and I cried.
All right, wrap it
I
up.
was sitting there with tears down my face. Not even a Cowboy fan. And, by the way, so the next holiday coming up is Valentine's Day.
No, it's Martin Luther King
Did you
Day.
know that the little heart candies they make,
All right.
the printer broke? Okay? So
I can't. I'm sorry. What'd you do to me? I had a conversation going. You knew he was going to do that?
Silence.
Do I ever know what he's going to do?
I can't get that time back, can I?
No. I don't
You
think
knew
so.
it was coming.
Well, yesterday was really good.
Yeah. Hey, hit and miss sometimes.
Yesterday was really good. Although the Jimmy Johnson thing was really cool.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie to
was
that.
cool, yeah.
And Cower. Those were two really cool moments. All right, when we get back, Vance Jackson had an MRI. What are his chances of playing for the Lobos in Vegas tomorrow? Hunter Green's going to be with us coming up at 8:30. We'll talk Lobo basketball with you then on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
What you gotta do is give me some money, okay?
Get your share of free money starting Tuesday. Your chance to win just by listening and texting. Listen for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the national keyword to 95819, and you could win $1,000. It's that easy. You're listening anyway. You love to text, and you like getting paid. We can't make it any easier than that. For complete rules and information, visit our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Free money starts Tuesday on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
Do you need something else to pay for right now? Scott Stigler here for Windsor Door Sales. Cold weather and garage door springs are not a happy couple. This is the time that they break and you have other bills to pay. Windsor Door Sales offers fast repairs and a payment plan with no interest for 1 year. You can qualify online in just a few minutes. Call 345-6604 or visit WindsorDoorSales.com.
Fast, friendly, and efficient. Windsor Door Sales.
You'll never forget your first car. And you certainly will never forget your first car wreck. When this happens to you, you need an attorney who can help you get your car fixed, help you get all the medical attention you need, and help you get all the money you deserve. Don't deal with the insurance companies without an attorney. They have teams of lawyers and adjusters whose sole job is to pay you as little as possible for your injuries. When you're in a wreck and you need a check, call Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys today. We'll work hard to get you all the money you deserve and to keep you out of the courtroom.
Lerner & Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014.
Looking for catering for your holiday event? I'm Bob Clark. Hostess Tamale Factory and Restaurant has both full-size and self-serve catering menus available for all-size catering events. Hostess Catering assures a worry-free event, making your home, business, graduation, or wedding a huge success. Hostess Tamale Factory and Restaurant is truly your one-stop shop for all of your catering needs this holiday season. Be sure to ask about the Frito Pie Bar or Taco Station. Call 505-820-HOSA or check them out at SantaFeTamales.com.
It's quite simple. If you can drop 5 balls, you can win a pile of cash.
Get to the wall of cash at Isleta Resort and Casino and win your share of over $1 million.
9 times every Saturday and Sunday, 2 players will head to the wall. They'll drop 5 balls down the wall to win up to $5,000.
Earn entries today with the chance to win 1,000 entries every Tuesday.
The wall of cash with more than $1 million in prizes.
Now through February 9th at Isleta Resort and Casino,
where the fun begins.
Precision Door, a name you can trust.
Cold weather is an enemy to your garage door springs, especially if they're old. Precision Garage Doors is ready for all of your garage door repairs. Let them try to fix it before you spend big money on a new door or opener. Precision Garage Doors has a strategy they call the game plan for success for their customers. You'll get honesty and a job done right the first time. They offer a 28-point inspection designed to catch potential problems before your vehicle is stranded in the garage and you've got somewhere to go. They'll send a picture of the technician headed to your home and keep you posted on an arrival time. None of that "we'll be there between 10 and 2 nonsense. Precision Garage Doors has a passionate commitment to excellent service. They've got a website that's easy to remember, GarageDoorsAlbuquerque.com, or call 244-DOOR. GarageDoorsAlbuquerque.com. Make the right decision. Call Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. Indeed will also give you this sticky frog, which will suddenly leap and stick to the face of the perfect hire. Okay, there's no sticky frog. But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Post your next job at Indeed.com/hire and try skills tests for free. Terms and conditions apply.
NFL fans, go to NFLShop.com today and gear up for the playoffs. Looking for the perfect gift or just gearing up for the 2020 playoffs? NFL Shop is the ideal place to get the gear the players wear on the field and championship merchandise. Choose from the largest assortment for all 32 teams anywhere. NFLShop.com is your source for the best selection of officially licensed NFL products. To shop now, go to NFLShop.com today.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, 610 KNML Albuquerque, the sports animal.
Friday championship weekend, NFC and AFC championship weekend here on your home for the National Football League. 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. First game will be the Chiefs and the Titans. The 49ers and the Packers will go second. You listen to it all right here on your home for the National Football League. It's Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and Josh. You can watch the show worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com. Go to our Facebook page, The OD in the AM. Hunter Green's going to be with us coming up at, what time did I tell you?
8:30.
8:30. We'll talk global basketball. Vance Jackson evidently had an MRI on the knee. So Vance is in Albuquerque. He came back to Albuquerque as the rest of the team went to Las Vegas, where they will play the Rebels tomorrow. MRI did not show, according to Jeff Grammer's story in the paper, anything serious. But he's swollen and not with the team, and so he's not playing tomorrow, right?
I would expect him not to play, given the fact he was back in Albuquerque getting evaluated, still dealing with some swelling, so no Vance Jackson tomorrow.
Right. UNLV is not big, but you aren't either. You have Corey Manigault and then nobody else over 6'7" on scholarship. You are shorthanded. You are coming off a 33-point paddling in Fort Collins. They respond tomorrow? They've responded to all their other losses this year. Different team.
Much different team. And while they've done it before, we don't know what this team is going to look like on the floor without those pieces that help them respond in previous times. For the matchup, it is much better against UNLV than Colorado State because
no Carvaccio.
No. It's Jong versus Manigault. Those are the post players that are on the floor. They don't have another guy that is getting double-digit minutes that's 6'10" or bigger, or another post player. So Lobos match up better on the perimeter. And it's all eyes on Zane Martin and Jaquan Lau. How do they set the table? How do they handle the basketball? Execution offensively, movement, shot making, all the above.
There's going to be a pride thing in this too, isn't there? At some point, what are you playing for? And I think we're too early to mail it in. I mean, you're still 15-4. What are you playing for? What are you doing this for? You want to go out there and get your butt beat every week, every day, every game? And they're not there yet. That's not what I'm telling you. Or do you want to turn this thing around? And I heard this more yesterday than I heard it since maybe that Aggie game last year. People questioning their effort. And I hate sitting here and questioning effort, right? And I want to talk to Hunter about this because I'm not playing, and I know what I see. Effort is rebounds. They got out-rebounded by 13. Effort is loose balls. Effort is how do you respond when you're down. I didn't see it, but it sometimes it's unfair to sit behind a microphone and question effort. But that's one of the things I've heard the most since that game.
Mm-hmm. I think it's an easy fallback when you see a bad performance that you just immediately go to effort.
Right.
For a player. Oh, he just didn't bring the effort. No, you got beat bad. And it wasn't necessarily just effort the first few minutes. Colorado State played better basketball than you did at that moment in time. So you can give an effort and still get beat. Mm-hmm. I think what you see when you're down 20, the game gets to 30, that's when those things start to rear their ugly head. Maybe you're giving less effort on the defensive end. You're not getting back. You're sulking because you're down 30 points. So to me, at the start of the Colorado State game, I don't think the start was effort related. I think it was getting outplayed, you're playing bad basketball, then you start to see that fall apart over the course of 40 minutes.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. If you want to get in on that, we've got NFL this weekend. I know that's where the next call is going. It's like the caller's now producing the show. Maybe he won't sing, though. I know. Hello, Edward.
Well, good morning. I will stay on your initial thread of the Major League Baseball debacle. You know, JJ was talking about, the reporter who kind of came out and maybe exposed some things. And then, what do you do in that situation? It's all wrapped up in what we call situational ethics. And you're right. If he was truly remorseful, and I don't have the guy's name committed to memory,
Mike Fires.
Okay, thank you for filling in that gap. As we get more chronologically advanced, Jeff, there are gaps in our memory. So, thank you for closing that. The thing is, what do? Do you give back the ring and say, I don't want to be part of this? Or do you accept the ring and say, it's a very interesting dilemma. What I liken it to is if you work for a corporation and there's some improper bookkeeping and, there's some shady things going on, and you're fundamentally against it, but that same individual will take long breaks and take printer paper home and take small things.
Yeah, you get advantages from it. It's advantageous to you.
Absolutely, and like I say, it's called situational ethics, where you'll bend on your ethics. You'll have a stance, and you'll be like, well, I believe in this, but when it's beneficial to you, you might bend on it because you can justify it. Very interesting dilemma, and I think it's a fascinating topic. Now, you know why I'm calling?
Mm-hmm.
We're 19 weeks into this. There's a glaring omission from championship weekend, and we all know what it is. It's the great Thomas Edward Brady from the Tom Brady Classic and the AFC title game, but that's okay. Been in 12 of them, the last 8, but they weren't good enough to make it this year. I think the more probable upset, if we do get one, I think is in the NFC. But in the AFC, we all think we know what's going to happen. The Titans are going to come in and try to pound the ball. You know what I would do? I'd go heavy play action in the first quarter and try to get a lead and maybe wear down a Chiefs defense that, really isn't that good. They play downhill when they have the lead, and they've been effectively doing so. I say, I think the Chiefs, it's going to be hard fought, but maybe we will see this Cinderella story go all the way through the Super Bowl. I'd love to see it happen.
Nice.
But I think the Chiefs are going to win at home by 7 to 10 points, unfortunately. And we're going to see a fascinating young talent, Mahomes, in one of his many Super Bowls that are coming up in the next 10 years. In the NFC, think about the 49ers. They're a fascinating offense, but they're a power running offense backed by a great defense. And Garoppolo, I believe, is 20-5 in his NFL career. A phenomenal young talent as well, who delivers in big moments. Richard Sherman shut down Adam Thielen last week. It's one thing to shut down Adam Thielen. It's quite a different thing to try to shut down Devontae Adams. I hope they match up one-on-one. I think it's going to be a great, situation where I think his ball skills, Richard Sherman's ball skills are incredible. He's a Hall of Famer. I think he lacks a little bit of speed that he had earlier in his career. And I have a funny inkling that the Green Bay Packers, who, by the way, were my NFC pick to make the Super Bowl, are going to find a way to win a close game up at Levi Stadium. And we're going to see a Kansas City-Green Bay matchup, which is a repeat of Super Bowl I.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think it'd be fascinating. I think the public wants a Kansas City 49ers Super Bowl. I do think if the Niners find a way to get there, which is highly probable, I think they're going to win the Super Bowl and join the elites with 6 Super Bowl titles, versus the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think we're in for a great weekend.
Sweet.
I appreciate you letting me kind of elaborate on that.
All right.
Hope you guys enjoy the games. Love your show. Have a great day, guys.
Enjoy the weekend. 505-246-0610. Good morning, Rudy.
Good morning. What's up?
Lots. What's happening?
I come back from Hawaii and see the meltdown, so it's a great way to start the year.
Well, at least you were in Hawaii. How was that?
Oh, it's Hawaii.
Exactly.
It was awesome. I just say it this way. I hope that drink was worth it to Carlton. I really hope he enjoyed that drink. I mean, here's your captain of your team, and you're out doing that. And he came a long way and then regressed in one night, and it's really unfortunate because, Wednesday night, I didn't expect the Lobos to win. I didn't expect them to even play that well. They did what I expected them to do.
Lose by 33?
Yeah, because they decided they didn't want to play ball, and they took the night off. You could watch it and see. They took the night off. They didn't care. They didn't care. They played like they didn't care. And they better get that together. 2 guys should not a team make. Unfortunately, all summer, the whole time, this whole team was geared around J.J. Caldwell at the point and Carlton Bragg at the center. And so now you've got to switch everything up in mid-year. You're going to have players uncomfortable in their roles. And I think that night at Colorado, and I've seen it at Colorado State before, and I don't know what it is about playing in that stupid arena in front of 2,000 people, but
Happens.
They played like they didn't care, and they better start caring. Lobo basketball is way too important to this state, to this community, for the players to have that kind of attitude. They owe more to the program and to the fans than what they showed. And I just hope they do have some pride, and I hope they do come out Saturday and at least play with some fire in their belly.
No, I think it's a big moment. It's a big moment in this season.
It's a big moment for Coach Weir, too.
I think that's right.
People questioning him. He has nothing to do with this.
No,
you can't watch players 24/7. It's up to them to make proper decisions. And if you really need to go out, why don't you have your toady drive you around? No. There's got to be a toady for Lobo basketball
isn't there
somewhere.
An Uber on your phone? I mean, come on, man. You got a lot of options. Look, the DWI is not on Coach Weir, but he can't be absolved of everything. I mean, at some point, whether it's discipline on the team, whether it's what they're doing schematically, basketball-wise, I mean, he's not – to say he's got nothing to do with this, I would disagree with.
Well, I mean, he does have a lot to do with it, but I just saw him say, "That's what you guys want to play. I'm not going to coach you tonight," and I think that's what he did. I don't know. I don't know inside his mind.
That's what he said.
But everybody keeps saying, "Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that?" Because it was obvious the players weren't going to do anything. Yeah. I mean, you give up that many points, you just don't want to play defense. That's the bottom line. You don't want to play defense. Defense is a want-to kind of thing.
Have they played defense all year?
When they want to. When they want to.
Than that's fair,
when they want to lock somebody down, they did. When they got 14 points behind against San Jose State and the game was on the line, they started playing defense and getting stops and coming back, and that's how they made that a game and almost won. Yeah, they can play defense when they want to. It's getting them to want to. And I don't know, kids these days, that's the toughest thing, I guess, getting them to want to do something. The cheating thing. You know what? Man, if you're sitting there watching it and you let it go, and then later you have a change of heart, you're just as guilty.
So you
where was he when this was going on? Stepping up and saying, "This is wrong. I'm not going to be part of it. You guys keep doing this."
How do you do that? How do you do it at that point? Yeah, how do you do it at that point? Right? I mean, I that's why I want to hear more. I really want to hear more about what were you doing in the moment, and why did you decide all of a sudden you had to do it? Hey, welcome back. Enjoy the weekend. Got to hit this break. We'll talk.
Yes.
See you. Rudy called the 246-0610. You can as well. Hunter Green, bottom of the hour. On the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Set out to Jutapia. Nice move behind his back. It's a good. Here's Ramos. Step back. High arcing. 20. Well, he needed to get his legs back under him. Ooh, a little kick.
They leave it one more time to Hammer. Look at this, they're not going to score again. Look at this. Up top! Yes, and the finish for Akbayosi. Saved into the hands of Riak ahead of the pack. Zamina Lovato up high, down hard for Akbayosi. Out of the corner, Casals, the 3-0, Katenge! Let me clean up the mess! He dropped out of the rafters for that one, Steve.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company. Come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at Golden Pride at ABQ.
Oh, man.
Are you ready? Can you do it?
I don't know what I got.
Playing hurt, baby.
Oh, geez. I don't know if they wanted me. I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
What? Give you a what?
We got you. We got you.
Nice.
Downtown.
I gotta go now. See you guys later. I'm done.
All right, man.
Oh, that hurt.
Hopefully that cleared some stuff.
It's the opening drive on Friday. Ho to you. Now it's Friday?
Now it's Friday.
All right. So Rudy said, and this is where a lot of people are, man. If you're going to be in there and be part of it, and then you don't get to, what were you doing then? Where were you then when it was all going down? Like Edward said, we're talking about the Mike Fiers thing. Are you benefiting from it, and then now you're not benefiting from it anymore? Now you're going to go blow the whistle. It's an interesting dilemma, and whistleblowers are different. You got the presidential whistleblower. You've got all kinds of different things. This is why I need to hear more from Mike Fiers. Don't you? Why now? Why? What did you go through?
And also, what does he feel about that 2017 championship? Is it something that he would give up if he feels that bad about it to come out and talk and say the Houston Astros were stealing the signals?
Yeah.
But also, if that's the way you look at it, then you could essentially say, well, if you're a part of something in the moment, then you can never speak about it after the fact, because where were you in that moment?
No, I think there's a lot of people who feel that way.
So then you can never do anything after the fact if you feel something was wrong.
Or how do you do it?
And this is baseball, but millions of dollars are on the line.
Yep.
These guys' careers are affected.
Livelihoods.
The game is affected.
Yep.
And a lot of people are like, whatever, we're talking about cheating in sports. Well, yes, if we're going to enjoy it, if we're going to embrace it, we're going to...
Needs to be real.
Talk about it to a certain level. I think there's things that people can compartmentalize, whether it was a steroid era. But this is... All right, what are we doing if we're going to be cool with this? Like, what's the point of competition? What's the point of practice, etc.? If you're just going to step up and, all right, this dude's throwing me this, let's go.
How do you feel? 2460610. Lobo Hobo says that was your flu game, Jeff? There hadn't been a better performance by someone under the weather since MJ.
Low and slow, you can go for a while.
Is that all right?
MJ.
All right, I got some emails for you. We're talking about Vance Jackson's knee. Les says, I've had knee swelling before, Jeffy. That's nagging kind of injury that just lingers. I believe Vance is going to be back like nothing ever happened for San Jose State. When's that, next Wednesday, Tuesday?
A lot of people excited for the San Jose State revenge game.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that this week.
Is there really? What
Remember
about
yesterday? Like, no one was acknowledging that they're playing UNLV. They're just like San Jose State.
Yeah, you better get through Saturday first, because I'm going to tell you, if you go into that one losing 2 in a row, and let's see how you lose, there's nothing guaranteed about San Jose State in the pit. Just saying. Jeremy said, time for another edition of JJ Buck. Get off my rocks. We got music?
Just need a can of rocks.
Can of rocks.
Shake it.
Jeff, maybe growing up in SoCal, you never experienced this. But at one time, you needed actual snow to have a 2-hour snow delay in Albuquerque. It's a snow day today. The roads weren't even frozen. Roads weren't. I mean, it was an easy.
That is definitely a parent complaint.
Well, sure. What do you do with your kid for 2 hours?
Because when you're the kid,
yeah,
you're like,
stoked
oh, yeah, I'm sleeping in, suckers.
Yeah. But you're a parent. You got to go to work. I got to get my kid to school. Yes. Wait till you're there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be there.
Yeah. And then I'll remember, hey, when it happened to me, I enjoyed it. So.
But the road, the commute was easy today, right? I mean,
those were the best days when it'd snow and you'd get a snow day. And by like 11 a.m., it was nice outside. So you just go hang out with all your friends.
Yeah. And life's grooving.
Yeah. It was amazing.
Bad Street says Lancer is the OD answer. Jeffy needs his own show. He didn't need a co-host or any calls. Just wind him up and let him go.
Wind him up.
I don't know, man. I just, okay. Sky said, can Lobo basketball win? Of course they can, Jeffy. UNLV's capable of crapping all over themselves at any time. Will they? I probably won't bet on it. I probably won't bet on Lobo basketball the rest of the season, except against the Pokes, who I can't figure out how Alan Edwards is still coaching at 72-20. Okay? I mean, if you're going to ask me, do I think they're going to win on Saturday, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't. No. I saw nothing on Wednesday that makes me think they're going into Vegas. Short 3 starters and beating that team that's 5-1. Did you?
No, and we can't look back and say, hey, they've responded, because it's a totally different roster going into this game.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be wrong. I hope I sit here on Monday and you guys tell me how wrong I am, and I'm like, yep, totally wrong. We'll talk to Hunter coming up at the bottom of the hour in 8 minutes. And see what Hunter Green thinks about it. Brant says on Monday, Jeff, did we ever decide if this award-winning show gets a well-earned day off?
Nope.
Yeah, no, we decided. The answer is no. We'll be here for you on Monday, so hopefully you all be here for us. Yep. Boss decided that we don't get holidays. Got a new boss in town. A new
got to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not. We're not,
grinding, baby.
We're
He says we're grinding.
Yeah, we changed the name of the format. And we don't get holidays off anymore. And studio got decluttered, I guess. Yeah.
No, sure.
Yeah. I mean, things are
that was
happening.
a nice touch.
Is it?
Just take some of the randomness.
Whatever. It's kind of the beauty of radio studios is randomness. You didn't like it? I mean, when it was Jub's closet, that was another story. Just had his Saint stuff. He used to have just his stuff hanging all over the walls. Yeah, that was kind of random.
It's free for all.
Yeah. All right. 505-246-0610, 8889-220610. If you want to get in on Odell, you can. The Astros. Make your pick. Is anybody picking Cowboy this weekend over Connor? You've seen anybody?
I wonder what
it's a hard call, isn't it? I mean,
the lines. Donald Cerrone.
It's a pretty thick line.
Can stand toe to toe with Conor McGregor.
Okay.
Like, this isn't one where I look at this fight and go, man, I don't know how. It's the question you have with Cerrone is when he's taken those steps and he's gone up against a better competition, he's lost.
Yeah.
So I can't compete, but he hasn't had that one moment yet where he beat the guy.
I think Connor's like minus 330 or something. I mean, it's a pretty sizable line. Holly and Raquel Pennington, I think we all like Holly, right?
She looks great. Thankfully, it wasn't a major injury that put a pause in this matchup. I think Holly's going to have a big night.
Yeah, I think she has a big night too. And then what? And how much more? What is there when that's all said and done? All right, when we come back, we'll talk some Lobo basketball. It's a big night for New Mexico and Vegas tomorrow. Lobos are in Vegas to play the Rebels, and then Holly will fight Raquel Pennington in Vegas, and Cowboy Cerrone gets Conor McGregor in Vegas.
Still a fan favorite, even though it's no longer a Jackson Wing product.
Still a big, yes, certainly big around here. 505-246 if you want to get in. Hunter Green will be with us when we come back. We'll talk Lobo basketball with the analyst for the Lobo Radio Network and the former Lobo great on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is 8:25. Here's another look at Friday morning's commute. Right now, just one accident to worry about that is happening westbound on I-40 at the I-25 ramps. It is affecting the left lane and the median right about Gore Point, so be careful if you're heading down towards that area. See an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. From the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center, I'm Josue with your Sports Animal Traffic.
A better life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
There are a lot of reasons I'm thankful for my little brother. And here's another one. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, CNN's chief medical correspondent. Only children are more likely to be overweight or obese compared to their peers who have one or more siblings. That's according to new research out of Louisiana State University. One possible reason why is that with multiple children, you're scheduling more of your meals. You're eating more at-home meals. There's less fast food. One expert we talked to said perhaps there's just more food to go around for that single child, or that single children are less active because they don't have a live-in peer to play with them. Look, it is important to remember that the propensity to be overweight or obese is in part genetic, but also that the amount of fast food that you feed your children or the amount of physical activity that they're getting, those are important and modifiable behaviors. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
So many things to organize, so many ways to get it done during the Store More Save More event at the Home Depot. Now it's easier than ever with clear Sterilite storage containers in tons of styles and sizes, from extra large bins to water-resistant containers and more, starting at just $1.18 each. Order online for fast and easy pickup. It's a good time to be a doer, and for getting organized with help from the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limited time only. Event end dates vary by store. See store for details.
When you're diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer,
a lot of questions run through your mind.
What am I going to do? What are my options? What did I do wrong? We've had those thoughts too.
But some questions can help you move forward.
Visit findyourmbcvoice.com for an interactive guide to help you learn the next steps to take after an MBC diagnosis and how to ask the questions that lead to an open and informed conversation with your doctor.
Start finding your voice today
at findyourmbcvoice.com.
Your home for Lobo Talk is the Sports Animal.
Rockin' Bruce here on Montgomery, your home for Lobo Talk.
Catch Lobo Talk every Thursday night right here on the Sports Animal. Live from Rockin' Bruce from 7 to 8.
Our Lobo and the Volunteers State Keith in Memphis is on the line. Call in or show up live.
Women's coach Mike Bradbury and men's coach Paul Weir take your questions and talk about the games every Thursday at 7 p.m. Live from Rockin' Bruce right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Ever dreamed of driving an Audi? Our Audi pre-owned event is going on now with amazing offers and financing on all pre-owned Audis in stock. You deserve this. Audi Albuquerque, Alameda, and the Pan American Freeway Northeast.
Where sports and culture meet the weekend.
Local events.
Concerts.
Spectacles.
What's happening.
Pulse of the city.
Sports and much more.
Hey guys, come join the conversation with Van and Fred every Saturday starting at 7 a.m.
ABQ Central. Saturdays from 7 a.m. till 9 on the Sports Animal.
Bosa's Tamale Factory and Restaurant in Santa Fe wants to remind you that tamale season is here. I'm Bob Clark. If you're looking for the most amazing, tastiest homemade tamales on this side of heaven, then look no further than Bosa's Tamale Factory and Restaurant in Santa Fe. 100% handmade the original way. Select from their red chili pork, green chili chicken, the green chili cheese, and even their vegan tamale. I can't believe vegan can taste this good. Stop by Bosa's Tamale Factory and Restaurant in Santa Fe or at santafetamales.com.
So you think drinking alcohol can't hurt you? It'll mess you up big time. Say adios to large chunks of your brain. Major damage is already being done. Other parts of your body are getting wrecked too. Forget about sports, forget about school, forget about doing much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body, messes up your life.
Sponsored by the NMDOT.
You work hard and you train hard, and let's face it, sometimes it hurts. But it doesn't have to be that way. Just put it on, and Tiger Balm goes right to your aches and pains fast. That's why people around the world depend on Tiger Balm. Made from a blend of herbal ingredients, Tiger Balm is the nation's #1 selling pain-relieving ointment. Available in ultra strength and a convenient hydrogel patch. So whether you're a world-class athlete or a weekend warrior, roar back with Tiger Balm. It works where it hurts. Available at stores everywhere.
Flo here with a word that's just weird. Terry cloth. Who exactly is Terry? And why does he get his own fabric? Did he journey below SPF 50? Fight off some weeds in his daffodils? How about a word for everyone? Flotection. Yeah, I just made it up. But I'm not making up how great it feels when me and Progressive protect your new home. Ever think of that, Terry? No. Terry only thinks of himself.
Save an average of 17% on car insurance when you bundle home and auto through Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
The Jim Rome Show. Up next at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
How will the Wolves respond? It's not exactly how Los Lobos wrote the lyrics, but how will the Lobos respond in Vegas tomorrow? It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Josue and Josh producing for you on the ProView Networks. Get back to your phone calls in a little bit. Lobos are in Vegas tomorrow, 4 o'clock Mountain Time start. Over on 96.3 News Radio KKOB, Robert Portnoy, Hunter Green will have the call from Albertsons Radio Row at, is there a corporate name on the Thomas and Mack Center yet? No? Okay. He's a former Lobo great, but once you're a Lobo great, you're always a Lobo great. He's an all-time Lobo great, and you listen to him regularly. He's a color analyst for Lobo basketball along the radio network. Hunter Green joins us from Las Vegas on an early morning. How are you?
Good, Jeff. Good morning.
Thanks for
an early morning, right?
Yeah.
I heard you guys got some white stuff on the ground out there.
Not much, man. It snowed yesterday, but there's not much. It's actually really not bad. Schools were on a delay, but the roads were easy. Yeah, it's not bad
really.
At all. Yeah.
Well, the kids gotta love that.
Yeah. They get 2 hour delay. They get to sleep in, and mom's got to figure out how to get them to work. Well, thank you for getting up early in Vegas. Hey, let's just start with the other night, and it was a struggle to watch on a device. It had to be really hard to sit there and watch it courtside. There was part, as I listened to you in the post-game show, I could sense a little frustration in you because I know how much you love this program. That was, I hate questioning effort, Hunter. Was that an effort thing, or was that they got beat badly on a given night?
I think Coach had a plan. It was, I don't know, what's that saying, when a boxer, you go in the ring, you got a plan until that first punch hits you right in the nose, and then after that, the plan's out the window. I think he didn't have a plan B. I didn't think they had, an adjustment, right? Especially at halftime. I thought, well, maybe we'd see something different. But I think that's where I think they kind of came up short. It's okay, guys are beating you, they're knocking down threes, but how do you react to that, right? And I think that's what you're talking about, maybe the effort, and it seems like there was not enough effort there. And I was frustrated because I was sitting there thinking, okay, we got to do something. How do you stop these guys from shooting threes? Let's jam, foul someone, make them uncomfortable. But it wasn't just one guy. They had 3 or 4 guys knocking down threes. Well, you shoot, I think they shot close to 70%, like 67% from the three, right? Yeah. So how do you beat a team that's just, I think there was a school record. I think it was the second most in conference history of the Mountain West Conference. So, unbelievable night offensively. And that seems to be the Achilles heel for UNM is the defending the three. How do you stop it? They've really tried to work inside out, and teams have kind of figured out, hey, they're going to give us this three, let's knock it down.
I think what frustrated a lot of people was, and you asked Paul a question in the postgame, what did you do in the second half? He says, well, we just figured they weren't going to be able to continue to make threes like that, and they did. And people were really frustrated by that answer.
Yeah. So I think, hopefully his preparation will be a little bit deeper in terms of, having a plan B or a C when guys are knocking down the three, right? UNLV is probably not a really good jump shooting team from the outside, but they're long and they're a rebounding team. So, be prepared for that, right? And then also be prepared if they do start knocking down threes.
That's right. I think that's the key.
Yeah. I mean, it's so it was frustrating because I felt like we didn't have a plan and we just kind of continued doing the same thing that wasn't working, and that's probably where you heard the frustration. But all in all, I think the guys, the spirits are there. I mean, we've seen it before against Auburn where they bounced back, and against San Jose State they bounced back. So I think they'll compete Saturday. I think they're mature enough, and I think they'll bounce back. So,
Hunter, with this team, we've seen them bounce back before, but there's so many changes now to this roster, guys in different positions. Who do you think has to be the leader for them tomorrow on the floor?
Well, that's a good question, JJ, because right now, I mean, when a team loses 3 starters, that's huge. I mean, we've seen them try to adjust by losing J.J. Caldwell, and then, of course, Bragg, and now Vance Jackson being out. It's going to be the next man up, and unfortunately, it's going to probably have to be someone with not much experience, someone like, Emmanuel Kwok, or and maybe even Jordan Arroyo, the walk-on, giving some minutes in that post area, because against CSU, when Corey went down with the second foul, there was a huge gaping hole down in the middle. And so the levels really drop off when they lose a guy like Corey Manigault or even Jaquan at the point. Martin does his best, but he's not a lead guard. He's a guard, but not a lead guard, right? Being able to make decisions. And then there's the thought of, where are you going to produce the scoring? Where are you going to get points when a guy like Jaquan goes to the bench or Corey? So you're right, JJ. I think they've been able to bounce back in the past, but they've never been in a situation where they've been down 3 starters.
And that's where they are now. He's Hunter Green. Lobo, great with us on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline.
Well, as we move forward, Hunter, the Lobos with Corey Manigault and then needing performances from young players, what would you do defensively? Would you try to maybe zone, just half-court game, slow it down a little bit? Let's start there. If you were making the decisions, what would you do tomorrow?
Well, and I think we'll see some adjustments defensively, and I think you bring up a good point, the zone and maybe some matchup zone, especially against a long team like UNLV, we'll probably see. The question is how quickly can they adjust to putting in new schemes defensively? That's a concern I have. Is it's now all of a sudden guys are, oh wait a minute, I've got to cover this area here, and I got to cover this other corner over here, and it's new to them, and they've never had it in a game situation. So that's the concern I have. Is you make these adjustments, you put some new defensive schemes in, but how can the guys adjust? How quickly can they pick it up and be effective at it?
They're playing a UNLV team that has won 6 of their last 7, that had 6 guys scoring double figures in their win over San Jose State 98-87 just a couple of nights ago. A team that seems like they're playing their best basketball, and you're asking them to adjust. As a player, when you spent so much time, and this team, there was a lot of talk in the offseason, so much was around Carlton Bragg, J.J. Caldwell. I think Vance was even part of that plan. And now you've got to dramatically change midstream. The challenges to that are real. And then I want to ask you to also throw in the emotional piece. Is that overrated or underrated as far as what these guys have gone through emotionally, watching their buddies, whether it's JJ, whether it's Carlton, and now watch Vance go down, watch them go through what they're going through?
I've watched the body language and watched them, been around the team, and this team is pretty resilient that way. I think they're emotionally, they're not real high, and then they don't get the real lows. I mean, they're pretty even keel, and so in that respect, I think it hasn't been a huge emotional roller coaster, if you will. It's been kind of, okay, this is what we got to deal with. Let's deal with it. And you're talking about guys who've transferred here, who've been through a lot in their basketball careers. So I don't sense that emotional roller coaster, if you will.
Yeah, because I think it's just real. And when I read a lot of the stuff and listened to people say, they felt like they were lost the other day. And I would almost give them a pass if they were, with everything that's going on.
Yeah. I mean, again, that kind of starts at the top where, the direction was, I kind of felt like Paul was kind of, had his back against the wall. He didn't have a plan B, or they weren't able to adjust on the fly. And I think that kind of left the guys kind of, like you said, they were kind of like, looking for direction and didn't have it, or weren't prepared for it. Right. So, that was part of the frustration. It wasn't, that the guys didn't want to give the effort, just didn't know how to, or what's the direction, where are we going, what are we doing here, and I think that's just that was just lack of preparation. To be honest with you, in my opinion, when I saw that, it felt like, okay, well, we're going to try this, but if this doesn't, Plan A doesn't work, what's Plan B or C, and it just, I think they got caught off guard, and Coach admitted, it was on him, especially the first half when he came out with that full court zone defense, and CSU just ate it apart. Yeah.
Well, Hunter, offensively for this team, they made their living early in the season playing inside out, getting to the rim, getting to the foul line. The adjustment offensively with, as you said, guards, but not a lead guard. What do you expect to see out of them offensively?
Well, that's a good question, JJ. And I think about, where do they produce the scoring? Where is it going to come from? You got Corey Manigault, you got Jaquan, and you got Martin, pretty much the guys who have been scoring. You lose Jackson, where are you going to produce those points? And that's, it was before Jackson went down, they started knocking down some threes. I mean, for some reason, Jackson kind of found his stroke, but now you don't have them. And so who's going to be the next guy? Is it McGee? Can he step up and knock down some threes? I mean, they're going to have to get some outside scoring because you don't have Carlton Bragg down low. Corey Manigault will give you, if he gives you 15, 17, I mean, so that's a good question. Where do you produce the points? I mean, I think that's a bigger concern. Not only having to adjust defensively, but then how do you produce the scoring when you lose three starters?
Appreciate you getting up early this morning. Safe travels. Enjoy Vegas.
All right, man. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you back in town next week. Thank you for really good information. See you soon.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Hunter Green with us this morning from Las Vegas, the Lobo great. You listen to him along the Lobo Radio Network over on 96.3 News Radio KKOB. We'll get back to your calls when we get back on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
Second field goal, he's got 4 points. Watson, though, goes all the way. Hit the deck, I should say. Cordova tried to throw it off. Romero, a 3 for... Set out to Jutapia. Nice move behind his back. It's a good... Here's Ramos, step back, high arcing, 20! Well, he needed to get his legs back under him. Ooh, little kick. They leave it one more time to Hammer. Look at this, they're not going to score again. Look at this. Up top! Yes, and the finish for Akbayosi. Saved into the hands of Riak, ahead of the pack to Davina Lovato. Up high, down hard for Akbayosi. Out of the corner, Casals, the 3-0, Katenge! Let me clean up the mess! He dropped out of the rafters for that one, Steve.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, #life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits and not just a job at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen.
Connor and Cowboy over the weekend. Holly and Raquel Pennington. Lobos in Vegas to play the Rebels. Oh, yeah, and then the NFC and AFC championship games. You got a lot going on this weekend. Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Josue, J-Bro. You can watch us on ProView Networks worldwide, no matter where you want. Uninterrupted. Wayne, good morning. Thanks for holding. How you living?
Living large, living the dream. Is that what you guys say?
Don't wake up.
I wanted to chime in the Lobos a little bit because I know there's a couple players that got suspended because of bad conduct and stuff, but I don't think that should be a deterrent when it comes to getting recruits. I know a lot of times certain programs want to stick in this higher ground and these higher laurels, but sometimes it's okay to still take chances. Even the big programs have players that mess up and do bad things. So no program is immune to it. So I think as this continues to progress and there's research that goes on with these players, I don't think that we should be discredited for getting these players. I don't think these kids should be scrutinized too much, or even the program scrutinized too much. I think he took the risk, and I think he should continue to do that because you are not a big program and you're going to have to do these. So there going to be hits and miss, but I don't know. No program's immune to it. I think that they should continue moving forward with getting whatever players they can, even if they may be questionable character or have had a questionable past, because you don't have the pedigree to continue to just pick the best top athletes.
So here's the deal.
I wish the kids best of luck. I wish the program best of luck, but I don't think it should be deterrent when it comes to recruiting some of these players with questionable backgrounds.
I tend to agree with you. Thank you, Wayne. So here's the deal on that. And there's no perfect way. And I hear we get the emails. They're mercenaries, and what you expect to happen. And well, you liked the transfers when they were Danny Granger and Darrington Hobson and Drew Gordon and on and on, right? You liked those guys. These ones aren't working out. San Diego State's the only undefeated team in America. They're doing 3 of their best players are transfers.
And as we'll get into, we stated not all transfers are created equally.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't get out of the transfer game. You cannot.
I have no problem with taking chances, but you also have to live with consequences.
That's correct. Oh, that's right. We'll have this conversation when we come back. 505-246-0610. Because I think I've heard this a lot, and I want to address it. Everybody's got the right way to do it. Oh, we'll just get freshmen. And first of all, they're not all staying. And
30.
Not going to win, especially in this league, if you ignore transfers. Look what everybody's doing. Look at everyone.
20.
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Danny Granger worked, right?
Yes, he did.
Darrington Hobson worked. Jared Giddens work? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Odell Beckham Jr. already being investigated by LSU for seemingly handing out cash to college players after the national championship game. Appears to have also gotten himself in trouble with the police while he was there. An arrest warrant issued Thursday for an allegation of simple battery because of a locker room incident. George Kittle, meantime, was back at practice Thursday after missing Wednesday's workout due to a nagging ankle injury. Kittle practiced in full, and he did it in the rain. After practice, the All-Pro tight end says he feels fabulous. He is expected to suit up Sunday against the Packers. NFL Network's James Palmer reports Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones didn't practice Thursday with a calf injury. It's the same injury that kept him out of last week's game against the Texans. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Newsflash: good oral care habits keep you healthy. That means brushing your teeth for 2 minutes, twice a day, and flossing regularly no matter what brand you use. Quip makes things that make good habits simple, starting with an electric toothbrush, refillable floss, and anti-cavity toothpaste. Quip's electric brush has sensitive sonic vibrations with a built-in timer and 30-second pulses to guide a full and even clean. Their well-designed floss dispenser might make you actually want to floss, with pre-marked string to help you use just enough. Plus, Quip delivers a fresh brush head, floss, and toothpaste refills to your door every 3 months, with free shipping, so your routine is always right. Join over 3 million healthy mouths and get Quip today, starting at $25. And if you go to getquip.com/advantage right now, you'll get your first refill absolutely free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/advantage. Quip. The good habit.
What you gotta do is give me some money, okay?
Get your share of free money starting Tuesday. Your chance to win just by listening and texting. Listen for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the national keyword to 95819, and you could win $1,000. It's that easy. You're listening anyway. You love to text, and you like getting paid. We can't make it any easier than that. For complete rules and information, visit our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Free money starts Tuesday on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
Root Insurance could save you up to 52% on your car insurance. Here's how it works. Root uses an app to base rates primarily on how you drive. Since we don't insure bad drivers, you don't have to pay for their accidents. We designed car insurance entirely around your smartphone. Just download the Root app and drive around for a few weeks. The app measures your driving behavior, so good drivers could get the rate they deserve. And with Root, you have everything you need right at your fingertips, from your policy to claims to repairs. Root proves that big coverage can come in a small package with an even smaller price tag. So download the app. If you're a good driver, you could save up to 52% on your car insurance. And that leaves you extra money to buy something you really want. Not available in all states. Savings based on national reviews reported by actual customers. Form 1. We reserve the right to refuse to quote any individual or premium rate for the insurance advertised herein. Download the Root app today. That's ROOT.
Vicks VapoCool Drops. Oh, great. A sore throat keeping me from my extremely lucrative voiceover job talking about throat drops. Thanks, universe. Might as well try these Vicks VapoCool Drops. Wow, these VapoCool Drops are amazing. That's not candy dressed up like a throat drop. That's a super cooling Vapo Power Rush. It's like... Yes! I don't know where that's coming from, but yes! Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool Drops. Use as directed.
You work hard and you train hard, and let's face it, sometimes it hurts. But it doesn't have to be that way. Just put it on, and Tiger Balm goes right to your aches and pains fast. That's why people around the world depend on Tiger Balm. Made from a blend of herbal ingredients, Tiger Balm is the nation's #1 selling pain-relieving ointment. Available in ultra strength and a convenient hydrogel patch. So whether you're a world-class athlete or a weekend warrior, roar back with Tiger Balm. It works where it hurts. Available at stores everywhere.
Lowe's helps pros like you save every day on what you need to get the job done right. And no matter how big the job, we have the quantities you need in stock. Have trim work to do? Save big every day when you purchase molding Pro Packs compared to single sticks. And finish off the job with 25% off Valspar and HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Interior and Exterior Paint Plus Primer via rebate. Whatever you need to get the job done right, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Paint offer valid 1/16 through 1/22, U.S. only.
What happens on the bike is what you commit to.
What's up, Peloton family? Welcome to this 20-minute pop ride.
To the hills.
Don't stop here, Peloton. Remember why you started.
The sprints.
We've got this together. We are always a team.
And the milestones.
Great job, Peloton. Way to show up today.
But what happens off the bike?
My dad just ran his fastest 10K yet. I've never seen him so sure of himself.
Is why it matters. Try it for yourself with 30-day home trial. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, 610 KNML Albuquerque, the sports animal.
No days off. No days off. No days off. No days off. That's what Mike says. Jeff Lou, this is the way the OD is going to keep bringing in those awards by turning every employee into Vital.
That's a good one.
No days off. Gene says, is this the last we've heard about Albuquerque's AAA franchise going into the season, Jeff? Is that because last year was a 6th straight losing campaign? A ho-hum coaching hire in December? Gene, who was going to impress you? What AAA manager was going to make you go? I mean, should they hire Buck Showalter? What do you want to hear?
AJ Hinch is available.
Yeah,
Does that suspension trickle down to minor league baseball?
Yes, there you go. It's the opening drive on a Friday. Jeff
Carlos
JJ,
Beltran,
Hoser, and Josh.
Alex Cora.
The ho-hum coaching hire.
Think about it, John. Make a decision.
What was the electric AAA managerial announcement that you were preferring? All right. I want to hit on what Wayne talked about before, and then we'll move. And he was. There's been a lot of talk, and I understand where it's coming from. That this is what you get when you bring in high-risk transfers. You got J.J. Caldwell and Carlton Bragg's off-court issues, and this is what you get. Now, Vance Jackson has an off-court issue. I don't believe Jaquan Lyle has, right? Okay. Nope. Pretty sure Danny Granger didn't. J.R. Giddens, once they finally got him with the right coaching staff, turned out all right. Darrington Hobson worked out well. Drew Gordon worked well. I mean, there's a litany.
They're not, right? and the reasons they're here are all different.
That's
some guys are here because it is a second or third chance. Other guys, because it's a step up.
The blanket statement approach does not work here. It just does not. Now, if you want to have a conversation with me and talk about better vetting character, I can listen to that. I'd like to. I'm certain that they did that with these guys, but yes, there's a risk involved, and you like the risk that is taken when you hear that UNM got a guy who was a 5-star in high school and went to Kansas, and now you've got an opportunity to watch him play. Oh, and he's 6'10" and he's really good. Oh, did you watch him play? You like that until you get the other side of it. Yeah, it's a risk. It's a risk that you are going to have to take. You're going to. Now, I also believe there's a balance. And I don't know that I know exactly where that balance is of how many transfers, how many guys. First of all, you don't make the call on who's going to be here 4 years all the time. McQuatch Malwatch looks like he's going to be a 4-year guy, but how many 4-year guys are there, period, in basketball anymore anyway?
And to be a 4-year guy, you have to be talented, not just stick around for 4 years.
Talented and happy in your situation, comfortable in what you're doing. There's a lot that goes into it.
Possibly not have a coach fired after your sophomore season. There's so many variables to this. I am okay with second chances because more times than not, student athletes take advantage of that. They made a mistake somewhere, they get their life back on track, they're good. And for a year and a half, that's what it looked like with Carlton Bragg until it all came crashing down on him this season. Good with second chances, but then also you have to live with the consequences. And Paul Weir, you have to address it. And I know when there's cases going on, you can't get into specifics, but I think fans would just like to hear why you believed in the guys and then what you're doing when they make mistakes. Are you then hesitating about certain transfers? Because they did put in the work. Mm-hmm. There's also an element to this where fans, they can be upset, but it's what we talk about a lot. They're not going to be happy if you have a team full of all academic players that wins 2 games a year.
That's right.
You're going to be sitting there, fire the coach, why am I investing my money, this or that? So you're going to have to take chances on talent sometimes. And you just hope that the structure you have in place, the coaching staff, the player himself, the individual, acknowledges his mistakes and is ready to move on, because more times than not you do see that in athletics. But when you have the situations arise like we've seen this season, you do have to just accept responsibility for what happens.
Brutus, good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. How are you, Brutus?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. What's happening?
Hey, Lobo basketball, whether it's winning or losing or whatever, it's always at the front burner. The NFL playoffs are going on, and what do people want to talk about? Lobo basketball. Okay, it's always been that way, and probably will always be that way. Hunter Green, your interview, great interview. Hunter Green did a masterful job this morning. Masterful job of walking that company line. Okay, he didn't cross that line. Although I just felt that he wanted to, but he did not. He was not overly critical of Paul Ware. Talking about the transfer situation and the recruitment of these five-star athletes and so forth. Okay, you get these guys in, but you need a strong personality to handle a group like this. Okay, you give these guys over to a Chris Jans, and I think he'd be doing a lot more with them. Paul Ware, he reminds me a little bit of he compares to the coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones. Okay, it's just too comfortable, too easy. Corey Manigault's comments last week, where, coach, I'm going to just paraphrase, but coach basically lets us do whatever we want. Okay, that's basically what I got from that little comment that Manigault made. Lobos, they still got enough talent. Mm-hmm. Let Zach Martin create there. Take the ball out of. Right now Lyle's a proven point guard in the Big Ten, but those turnovers are killing us. Give the ball to Zane Martin, let him create a little bit. I'd like to make a prediction on that on those NFL playoffs.
Go ahead.
Okay, Tennessee.
Yeah,
I think their ball control game is going to take Mahomes out of the game and take Kansas City out of that game, and I think Tennessee goes on to that Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers back home in San Francisco. I think Aaron Rodgers is a special player, and I think he just wants to be a champion so bad, and I think he takes them into the Super Bowl as well.
All right, enjoy the weekend, Brutus.
I'm going to cut you loose.
Later.
Bye bye.
All right. There was a lot there. So, the transfer portal thing, if you're going to compete, period, that's going to be part of what you do. All right? I don't know if there's enough talent, honestly. Do you think if all three of them are out for the year, you think there's enough talent to do things?
No.
I don't either. How about what Hunter had to say?
Hunter did a little bit more than just toe the company line. He straight out said Paul Ware did not have a plan or have his guys ready. So he was open about his feelings and thoughts on that game.
He said there was no plan B. Yeah. And he asked Paul in the post game on what day was Wednesday now, right? What was the word at halftime? And Paul basically said, they backed out of the press, figured they couldn't shoot the way they shot in the first half, and they did. And that's where, I asked Hunter about the frustration, and he admitted it. He felt that, he thinks the players are handling it well. He doesn't think that they've quit. He thinks the effort was there. He really put a lot of this on Paul, didn't he?
If the Lobos continue to struggle and they're just not able to find themselves or compete, and they have more challenging losses down the stretch, that is going to be the soundbite that sticks with Paul Ware this season. It's going to be similar to Craig Neal's effort comment. So
the one we thought they would start missing shots.
Just thought they'd start missing more shots.
So that's going to be the comment. That's going to be the defining comment, because if they go out and get run out of the building again on Saturday, tomorrow, turning point of this season ends up being a Wednesday, right, in Moby?
Yeah.
All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Are you moving? Maybe need to refinance. You have got to meet the Kirtland Federal Credit Union Home Loan Team. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is Albuquerque's premier mortgage lender for a reason. They will start working with you even before your application, helping you prepare your credit and educate you about the home loan process so you can shop and buy with confidence. The Albuquerque housing market is hot right now. Mortgage rates are low. In fact, most homes are on the market for less than a month, so getting pre-approved can give you that edge you need to get the home you want. Kirtland Federal Credit Union works with you to find the right program for your situation. With banks and online lenders, you're going to hear the hold music more than you'll hear a friendly voice. Kirtland Federal Credit Union, you'll work with the same team throughout the process, so you'll always have a local expert to answer your questions. Speaking of local, you'll never send a mortgage payment out of state. With Kirtland Federal Credit Union, your loan is funded in Albuquerque, and the experts are all right here. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is the local lender with knowledge, experience, and heart. You won't settle when you're shopping for a home. Don't settle when shopping for a mortgage. Kirtland Federal Credit Union, they are more than military, they are for life. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, federally insured by the NCUA.
Second field goal, he's got 4 points. Watson, though, goes all the way.
Hit the deck, I should say. Cordova tried to throw it off. Romero, a 3 for...
Set out to Jutapia. Nice move behind his back. It's a good... Here's Ramos, step back, high arcing, 20!
But he needed to get his legs back under him.
Ooh, little kick.
They leave it one more time. Two-hand hammer.
Look at this, they're going to go score again. Look at this.
Up top. Yes, and the finish for Akbayosi. Saved into the hands of Riak ahead of the pack. Davina Lovato up high, down hard for Akbayosi. Out of the corner, Casals, the 3-0, Katenge! Let me clean up the mess! He dropped out of the rafters for that one, Steve.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut!
We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds.
Garver is going to be on the Stig Show this afternoon.
Who?
Mitch Garver, the Minnesota Twins catcher. Stig filling in on the sports party.
Oh, okay.
What a timely interview.
Huh?
Good job.
Attaboy, Stigma.
Stigma.
Oh, Stigaroo.
Stegosaurus.
The American Stigalo.
Oh, yeah.
Stigmund Freud.
Check on my stigments. Make sure they're okay.
It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ Hoser, and Joshua. 505-246-0610. What? 888-922-0610.
Sounded funny.
Josh may have to go pick up his wife or something. I'm not sure she can drive around in this horrible conditions today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Very challenging.
Very challenging. All right, Jay, good morning. Thanks for holding. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. What's good, Jay?
Nothing much. Good morning, fellas. Thanks for taking my call.
What's up?
So, nothing much. So, Brutus's call, I think, was spot on in the respect of if you give this roster to Chris Jans, I think you're looking at a team that's undefeated and in the top 15.
No, why do you say undefeated?
And I say it this way because Chris Jans is a coach where he gets the most out of his players. I'm not trying to say Paul Weir doesn't, but and let me qualify this. I don't think the players that the Lobos have would be able to play for Chris Jans because of the things he asks his players to do, like get down in the stance and guard. And,
so you think they'd have beat Auburn?
Pardon?
You think they would have beaten Auburn?
Well, actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, they wouldn't have beaten Auburn. You are correct.
State almost did.
So, but I do think that playing defense is a huge part of playing winning basketball.
There's no doubt. And so to your point on Jans, and JJ just made it, New Mexico State damn near beat Auburn last year in the first round of the NCAA tournament, right? They make a couple of free throws, and Auburn didn't go to the Final Four. New Mexico State beats them.
Right. And I think, Paul Weir's culture is not to really – it's high possession basketball. So you are going to take possessions off. Like that's kind of the what happens when you play high possession basketball. So I do get that, but Jans's philosophy is we don't give away possessions. And
there's consequences if we do.
People.
Yeah. And there's consequences if we do.
Right, and there's consequences. You'll sit and you may not play a lot, and so that's it. So I think Brutus's point, I understand it, but I also understand. But let's qualify this. A lot of the players that Paul Weir recruited, because
they what? No, you cut out. A lot of the players they recruited what?
I don't think a lot of the players that Paul Weir has would be happy in that kind of system because you got a lot of guys that like to shoot.
That's right.
You got a lot of guys that want to score. And so when you play high possession basketball, yeah, you're going to get your shots up.
Yeah. All right, man. No, I appreciate it, Jay. Anyway, it's a good point. Thank you. So he's drawing the difference. And I don't know that necessarily you need to draw the difference between Paul Weir and Chris Jans, although it's natural. I understand it.
That is a really interesting question to me because I think more people actually do feel that way. For some reason, feel that Chris Jans is getting more out of less and would have this team in a better position. But then you can also
Paul Weir beat Chris Jans twice.
Yeah, I was like, then you can also say, well, what happened this year?
Right. I mean, now you can tell me about depleted rosters, and Paul pretty much had his full roster both time they played, right? Mm-hmm. And Chris did not. But Paul did beat Chris Jans, or New Mexico beat New Mexico State twice this year.
Well, no one was. is the AJ Harris any different than Bragg missing that first matchup last year?
No. I think that's right there with.
But I do
analogous.
Think that there is this feeling of that each coach has their styles, and right now I think they're just Lobo fans looking for, all right, Cam Paul will get across a defensive style.
This weekend's a big weekend, man, where Lobo fan goes. This is a big game tomorrow on which way Lobo fan goes on this. Brian, good morning.
Hey, good morning. So, that last call struck me as a good example of why my beloved state kind of struggles in a lot of things, because we got, 20% of the population walking around with degrees from New Mexico State just not thinking right. It's just Aggie thinking. The idea that our roster would be better with, an Aggie leadership, or it's like, it's really hard to track, man. It's hard for me to track. The Aggie thinking sometimes.
Unless he becomes you,
your
coach used to be an Aggie. Do you recall that? You do know that,
and
right?
It's no longer. See, that's an indicator of a wise person who evolves.
All right.
Travels up the Rio Grande to a higher institution, thinks well, can hold logical trains of extending thought. Holds multiple degrees.
Yeah, holds multiple degrees. That's correct.
None of them from New Mexico State, I dare say.
Is that not right? I thought he got one from New Mexico State. Did he get one of his masters down there?
Poor guy.
I think he did.
Poor guy. He might have to redo that one.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Man. See you. I'm pretty sure he got one of them from down there. I'm not certain, but I think that's right. Hello, Terry.
It's Harry.
Yeah, Terry. What's happening?
Not much. You guys doing okay?
Yeah, man. What's happening?
Okay. I just wanted to chime in on the Lobo coaching.
Yep.
So I think Weir is a product, as well as Craig Neal, of Lobo fans. Okay, the problem is that the fans in Lobo basketball want a contender every year. So we're just like Neal, will go after
the quick fix
transfers that have issues at other schools because they want to win now. They don't want to reload and rebuild with freshmen.
Well,
and that's what we're having now.
So do you think they shouldn't recruit transfers? Do you think transfers shouldn't be part of the strategy here?
Well, I think that transfers would be okay if they didn't have multiple issues at other schools. Okay? Now, there are some cases where the transfers work out great, such as Drew Gordon from UCLA. Or
would you say Elijah Brown worked out well?
Not really. Elijah Brown is like Lyle, okay? He's like the black hole. If he gets the ball, more times than not, he's going to shoot, and the shots are ill-advised, even at crucial times. And so when that happens, when you have one of your players getting the ball and shooting, well, then what happens? When the other players do get the ball, they're going to try to force balls themselves. And like previous callers said, that they're not disciplined enough by Weir to get them on the bench, kind of like Steve Alford would sit them down when they take a bad shot. He lets them play it out, but unfortunately they continue to do the same thing over and over again. Lyle is not a point guard. He's a shooting guard, just like Elijah Brown. But they would just take shots, and they would hurt the team a lot more than they would help the team. Anyway, I just want to chime in on that.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. It's interesting. Elijah Brown didn't come over here with baggage, right? I mean, he just didn't work for him at Butler.
They weren't a good team, and then
it was a bad situation.
Craig Neal situation. So kind of everyone outside of like Tim Williams on that squad who
was a transfer, by the way. People
have a bad taste for.
Yeah, and Tim Williams is a transfer from Samford.
Yes, he was. The Lyle stuff, yeah, he's supposed to be a shooting guard. You're correct, but the point guard's not there. So the roles had to change. And is he the best at it? No. Is he talented? Yes. Is he someone I'd still want on the floor? Yes. Like this team lost a lot of talent. And you can talk about coaching and talk about effort, but at the end of it is, what do you have left to compete?
No, and to his point, he wants squeaky clean transfers. He didn't say it that way, but I'll say it that way for him. And I don't know that you're getting that. I just don't know that that's – first of all, I don't know how many of those there are. And there's no guarantee, by the way, A squeaky clean guy can come over and have problems too.
Freshmen can make mistakes. It happens. What's hard to sit here after the fact is, all right, let's look. When did this? Was it like the December 19th, 20th?
What are we talking about?
Just when the Caldwell stuff broke and the Bragg stuff initially,
Okay.
or what the incidents that occurred.
Yeah, ish, right around there.
You weren't hearing any of this December 15th.
Okay.
Saying those guys shouldn't be on the roster. You shouldn't
No,
give guys like
that's
these
right.
chances.
That's right. Oh, that's right. But then stuff happened, and now, well, I mean, they shouldn't be doing this. And yeah, oh, you're right. All right, keep them coming at 505-246-0610 or 888-922-0610. We can talk more about Lobo roster composition if you like. We can get into the NFL this weekend as well. Gentlemen, it is time for you to feel like you again. It's 2020. No excuse for you to have to deal with lack of energy, erectile dysfunction, or hair loss anymore. Call New Male and feel better. New Male's helping thousands of men all over the country. Men, very possibly like you, who are done living with low T, ED, even depression. Call New Male at 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688, or visit Newmail, NUMALE.com, and take care of it. You see, Newmail is the leader when it comes to men's health. They're right here in Albuquerque. They are the first. They are the best when it comes to men's health. They were the originators in this field, and they continue to stay on the cutting edge with the latest treatments. So do yourself a favor. Call Newmail, 505-652-1688. It's not going away by ignoring it. And honestly, nothing to be ashamed of. Men reach a certain age, and low T, lack of energy, ED are all natural. Beat nature. Call New Male and feel better. It's time. Take care of you, gentlemen. New Male, right here in Albuquerque. 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688 and feel better.
The Sports Bar with Michael and Mike.
I think the favorite part of the sports bar is the insights, the knowledge they pass on. People who've been there, they tell you exactly what's going on.
Finding out what the current events are, what's going on with all sports. You know, we're football and basketball fans, but you guys cover all the sports, and we like that.
The personalities, they are fabulous. Thank you for being there. We can't do without you.
Weekdays at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
It's quite simple. If you can drop 5 balls, you can win a pile of cash.
Get to the wall of cash at Isleta Resort and Casino and win your share of over $1 million.
9 times every Saturday and Sunday, 2 players will head to the wall. They'll drop 5 balls down the wall to win up to $5,000.
Earn entries today with the chance to win 1,000 entries every Tuesday.
The wall of cash with more than $1 million in prizes.
Now through February 9th at Isleta Resort and Casino,
where the fun begins.
You work hard and you train hard, and let's face it, sometimes it hurts. But it doesn't have to be that way. Just put it on, and Tiger Balm goes right to your aches and pains fast. That's why people around the world depend on Tiger Balm. Made from a blend of herbal ingredients, Tiger Balm is the nation's #1 selling pain-relieving ointment. Available in ultra strength and a convenient hydrogel patch. So whether you're a world-class athlete or a weekend warrior, roar back with Tiger Balm. It works where it hurts. Available at stores everywhere.
You have to be up in 5 hours, 2 hours, 6 minutes. And when you hear, you realize that you haven't slept a wink. That's why there's ZzzQuil Pure Z's, a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally with no next-day grogginess. It's available in both liquid and gummies, tastes great, and is non-habit forming. Pick up ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vic ZzzQuil. ZzzQuil Pure Z's, naturally superior sleep. Available at retailers near you.
Crime is a big problem, and desperate bad guys are looking for easy targets. Scott Stigler here for Windsor Door Sales. Make sure your home isn't one of them. Rolling shutters are a huge deterrent to home and business invasions. If a thief can't see what's inside, they'll probably avoid your place. And Windsor Door Sales offers interest-free financing and the peace that comes with that kind of security. Call 345-6604 or visit WindsorDoorSales.com.
Fast, friendly, and efficient. Windsor Door Sales.
It's the perfect opportunity to give your storage space some tough love during the Store More, Save More event at the Home Depot. Right now, get durable, stackable, exclusive HDX black and yellow Tough Totes in a whole range of sizes, starting at just $4.98. You can even order online for fast and easy in-store pickup. It's a good time to be a doer and for getting organized with help from the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limited time only. Event end dates vary by store. See store for details.
The Dan Patrick Show, today at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
All right, let's go. 246-0610-888-922. 0610, you got football this weekend. Pat Mahomes, Ryan Tannehill. Well, that's obvious. But is it as obvious when you say Chiefs or Titans? You were on the Titans last week. You kind of liked them a little bit. You like them this week at all, or is this all Kansas City?
It's just Kansas City's game.
Just too much, right?
It's easy to sit there and say ball control, run the football. Well, they were able to do that after they had a 14-0 lead, with Derrick Henry only having 27 yards. The big question is, if it's the Chiefs up 14-0, what are you doing? Then that philosophy is out the window.
Absolutely it is. I like the Chiefs too, and I think I might like them big. I like the Niners as much as I don't want to like the Niners. But I think Aaron Rodgers gives you a puncher's chance. That guy, and I don't know how many more chances Aaron Rodgers is going to get at this stage. And one of the callers just said he wants to be a champion again. This is the difference between a one-time Super Bowl champion and a two-time Super Bowl champion is a big deal. And I don't know how many more chances he's getting. And, it would be fascinating as far as where the league has gone and the passing of the torch if the Super Bowl is Jimmy Garoppolo and Patrick Mahomes, right? There's no old guard left. If there's no Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, the Mannings are gone. Like, where is this all going? I think that's fascinating. And my gut tells me that's where it's going. But I'm not ready to completely on this stage count Aaron Rodgers out.
Not at all. The Aaron Rodgers is good. Devontae Adams is special. Aaron Jones has changed that team this season, and it's made people think that Rodgers hasn't been that good just because he hasn't put up extraordinary fantasy football numbers. Well, he's not throwing interceptions. He's still producing offense. Now, the second half wasn't great, but it was a tight playoff game where Seattle started making some plays after Green Bay was up 21-3 at halftime last week. To me, this game is going to be decided by Green Bay's defense. If Jimmy Garoppolo only has to go 11 for 19 and they're comfortable and they're running on football, then that's going to be a good day for the 49ers.
I'll give you that. Here's my other place that's going to be decided. Is Matt LaFleur good enough to figure out how to stop the pressure on Aaron Rodgers? Mm-hmm. The last time they played, the front seven
you don't have time
of San Francisco made Aaron Rodgers look old and not very good. And if that happens again, this is the 49ers. So I'll give you that. But to me, the biggest issue...
the biggest matchup is the 49ers pass rush against Aaron Rodgers.
Well, what are they going to do to ease that? Because Saleh has been great as far as scheming things. They are terrific personnel-wise defensively is San Francisco. How are they going to get the ball out of his hands quickly enough to keep San Francisco honest? And there's going to have to be some quick routes. The tight end's got to be involved. The running backs are going to have to be involved to get the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hand and to be able to create something that Aaron Rodgers doesn't spend the day on his back. To me, that's the biggest issue. And what does Matt LaFleur come up with? What does that staff come up with to give him some time? Because last time they played, he looked horrible.
That's the marquee matchup, but I also then look at it, and I know that the Packers offense is going to struggle at times against that defense. So can the Packers defense make life hard on Garoppolo, make him have to make plays downfield? He's done it this season. But coming off 11 for 19 average day, it was all the defense in the second half, and then just kind of were able to grind it out on the ground. If you have to put a little more on Jimmy Garoppolo at this stage, is he ready for that?
Yeah, and I don't know. I keep telling you I don't think so, and every week he proves me wrong. So I'm just gonna buy into it. I mean, I just am. I'm gonna buy into Jimmy Garoppolo and say, all right, he's ready, he's there, he's hit it. So yeah, I'll buy in. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Sid says Lobo basketball coaches don't have the luxury. Going back to Bob King, all Lobo basketball coaches come in with the understanding that the basketball program has to be successful now, yesterday, as it carries the whole athletic department on its back. The luxury of building a program slowly is not an option. Ellenberger was convicted of doing what the athletic department asked him to do. Keep the monies coming in. We don't care how you do it. Well, and then it blew up on him, and you saw what happened. He's not wrong, though, right? I mean, when is it okay for Lobo basketball to have a down year? And it's been 5 now, right? You haven't been to a postseason tournament in 5 years. He's not wrong, and that's why the transfer portal's got to be a big part of this. But you just, and I'm not telling you they haven't been careful. I'm sure they've been very careful. But I'm going to ask every one of you who are sitting here giving me this whole, they can't recruit these guys. Would you have said no to Carlton Bragg? If Carlton Bragg was available to you.
No one was coming into this season going, man, I wish Lyle and Bragg were not here.
Okay.
Because of what had happened.
So you all, and I know somebody's going to say, no, I didn't say this, Jeff. Okay. But when you get an opportunity to get a 6'10", McDonald's All-America, 5-star recruit, was it Kansas and Arizona State? Now you get an opportunity to get him in New Mexico. Retrospect's really, really easy, and I get it. Hindsight is really, really clear vision. But you would have said no? Well, Carlton, no. Now, I'm okay if you'd have put him on a stricter regimen. If you want to have a conversation with me where you say, look, this happened there, and it's not happening here. You're going to do this, or you're out. I can have that conversation. And I don't know if that happened here or not. But honestly, all of you who are telling me, oh, no, I wouldn't have taken him. Who are you? You really wouldn't have taken that guy? And you sure loved him in November and early December, didn't you? When you were beating the Aggies and you beat Wisconsin? Oh, look what we've done with Carlton Bragg. Look what we got here. We got the best big man in the league. Right? So there's no exact to this. There's no guarantees with this or anything else. It's like the draft, man. You go in and you got to take a chance. You took a chance on J.R. Giddens. It didn't work until Steve Alford and Craig Neal got here and calmed it down. Took a chance with Elijah Brown and Tim Williams and Drew Gordon and Darrington Hobson and Danny Granger, right? Well, we like those guys, though. They worked out. Jeffrey, good morning.
Hey, good morning. So, yeah, I've been, listening to the calls, and I watched the travesty that was the Colorado State game the other night. And, again, it all comes down for me, it coalesces down to one thing with Paul Weir when he said, and it's still astounding that he said it like this, but he said, my strategy in the second half of the Colorado State game was we didn't think as a coaching staff that Colorado State was going to continue to perform at a high level from the three-point line, so we decided to do nothing about it.
Well,
that's essentially what his strategy was. And I can tell you, as somebody that's been watching Lobo football for 40 years, that's just, and I guess everybody can have a bad night, but for a coach to say that, a guy that has 18 degrees in biochemistry, it's just astounding to hear a guy say that. He did, and I will give him credit, he did accept responsibility for that zone match scheme at the beginning of the game, which didn't, provide any result. Mm-hmm. But I do think a lot of what's gone on now is an effort issue or lack thereof. And it's interesting also that I think it was Hunter Green that said the players are looking for structure and direction. And when the head coach or your leader doesn't provide that, the end result is going to be chaos. My second point, and I'll be brief, is this. I've heard a couple of your callers over the last couple of days say that Lobo basketball is essentially the epicenter of the sports scene here in Albuquerque. I absolutely have seen the opposite of that. I've seen an incremental erosion of interest in Lobo basketball, and you can see that just with attendance. And remember that the folks that really built the core for Lobo basketball, the fanaticism, if you will, are now 60, 70, and 80 years of age. And I've said that again and again, and I'll continue to say it until there's some kind of strategy to begin to refresh that core group that's literally dying out. And there have been a couple Lobo games where you've had 10, 12,000 folk, but the rest of the games, the attendance has been 5, 4, 6,000 folks. So that's a demonstration of the erosion of Lobo basketball. And I know it happens in live sports all throughout the spectrum, but I think that this whole Lobo fanaticism thing is dying a slow death unless we can refresh that core audience.
Good to hear you, man.
Thank you.
I think he's right. I think there's got to be a strategy for the long haul. And I don't know who does that, right? I don't know if that's the current administration where what's the long haul that they're going to be here for? Where does that start? I think that's going to be a grassroots thing. I think that's got to be a Lobo Club thing. I think that's got to be a people who are from here and plan on staying here, right? I'm not telling you that the administration is looking to get out tomorrow, but I don't know that they're looking to end their careers here either. To his point on the replenishment of Lobo fans, I think that's families. I think that's Lobo Club. I think that's this community. I'm not sure where that is going to stem from the athletic department. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive at 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Second field goal, he's got 4 points. Watson, though, goes all the way.
Hit the deck, I should say. Cordova tried to throw it off. Romero, a 3 for...
Set out to Jutapia. Nice move behind his back. It's a good... Here's Ramos, step back, high arcing, 20! But he needed to get his legs back under him. Ooh, a little kick.
They leave it one more time to Hammer.
Look at this, they're not going to score again. Look at this.
Up top! Yes, and the finish for Akbayosi. Saved into the hands of Riak, ahead of the pack to Davina Lovato. Up high, down hard for Akbayosi. Out of the corner, Casals, the 3-0, Katenge! Let me clean up the mess! He dropped out of the rafters for that one, Steve.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut!
We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier.
It's quite simple if you...
Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a...
God save the Queen! What's up? What's up? Bouncing through a cloudy, chilly, windy, but beautiful Friday. It's about time to get to school on those 2-hour delay, isn't it?
Yep, they should be making their way in.
Remember when there was snow for snow days? Back when I was a kid, we used to have snow.
Excellent.
For there to be a snow day.
And we still went to school.
It's the opening drive. Get your call your shot. Holly,
Friday.
Cowboy.
Sleep in a little bit, wake up, eat your waffles.
It sounds like what Martin Luther King did.
When Mom left the house, she said, don't be late to the bus, but she's not there anymore, so you're questioning, do I even want to walk to the bus right now, or do I put on Fortnite?
Oh, look at you. Is that how life is?
Oh, that might have happened to me before. I don't know.
Really? All right. See?
Stay in school, kids, so you don't get stuck in radio.
Missed opportunity, says Sid. Opportunity to reignite Lobo basketball attendance was in Paul Weir's hands. Lobo basketball and national rankings, top 10, 25, is what got the whole thing started by Bob King. Alfred brought it back when he had the Lobos ranked. Missed opportunity this season. Maybe.
Now, the Lobos did release the results of the fan survey, so they're listening and trying.
I read that. I was a little nervous.
I haven't read it yet.
I didn't want to make the survey.
Was there anything alarming in there?
Yeah, at first of the list are like, who's this guy on the microphone?
No!
No mention of Hoser, so that's good.
Whew.
People are enjoying his work.
That Josue guy?
Yes.
Guy giving up.
A lot of sounds to some questions, which they acknowledge that they're trying to address.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes you can't hear me. Like, what's he saying?
They want halftime entertainment.
What do they want?
More of me?
They just demand for halftime entertainment.
Okay.
There's that. Fans are not aware of the promotions. So UNM said they have increased their investment in advertising for the remainder of the season.
Okay.
They've invested even more in digital advertising, amended their strategy, and said they're also doing traditional advertising such as newspaper and radio ads.
Ooh, look at that. All right. Ruben, good morning. How you living?
Good morning.
Hello, Ruben.
Hi. Listen, I had this thoughts for a while now that the problem I think with Coach Weir is that last year we were complaining because of his the full court pressure that our team wasn't up to that, and then this year he doesn't challenge the three. So those problems are problems. I mean, and I like the guy, but he's very stubborn. He's trying to do something that
theme is defense.
This team doesn't buy into. And then I have one more problem. I can't understand why he recruited like a Jordan or Arroyo, and he doesn't do nothing with him. I have no problem with Bragg. He did a good thing. Now, Arroyo and McGee, they could. I think they could help.
Well, you're going to get a chance to see it on Saturday. Yeah, you'll see it on Saturday, Ruben. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
All right, you're going to get a chance to probably see Jordan Arroyo tomorrow, huh?
Well, we didn't see much against Colorado State.
Well,
but
now you're down bodies, another big guy.
Now you're down another body, and it's giving him a chance, but also how talented is he? You can sit there. Are you asking the same question if he's not a kid from Albuquerque? He was a walk-on.
Probably not.
I'm not saying he can't contribute. I think Jordan Arroyo. You say, all right, we need you 5-6 minutes of game time. You defend your backside off and you grab him 3 rebounds. Let's see what you got. It's your opportunity. Here's your moments right now. And walk-ons can excel. And this is a moment for Paul Weir with the young guys, whether it's, he likes to call him Baby Quatch, where he's heavy in the nickname game now too.
Well, and Malwatch, it's a big time for
Malwatch. And I did get a comment earlier on Twitter about that. Like it's his time to be more aggressive offensively because McQuatch does such a good job of playing within the offense. Doesn't do too much. He's not a guy you're out there saying, oh, he's taking a bunch of bad shots. Well, someone has to step up and be aggressive. It is basketball. There's no such thing as a perfect shot every possession.
Perfect one's the one that goes.
Yeah, people take contested shots. They take quick shots. You got to make them on a higher clip. We get that. There's no such thing as a perfect offense. So there's a lot of frustration boiling over from Lobo fans about talented players that did not play well the other night, and everything has changed. So for me, the questions about Paul Weir and some of his decisions are real. And he has to wear that comment, and he took it head on after the game, taking responsibility for the performance. But also, at some point there has to be a realization, you're down 3 starters.
Mm-hmm.
Your expectations for this team have to change because they're not going to look like a team that won 15 games.
If you'd have taken Cam Bairstow, Kendall Williams, and Hugh Greenwood off of that roster that year, how good would they have been?
They would not have been the same team.
Or take Alex Kirk away, or right?
So I understand the frustration. How do you adjust in the moment? But at the forefront of it is you lost a lot of talent. So it doesn't matter what you do or you think you're going to have John Wooden come in. The expectations for this basketball team have to drop a little bit until we see just what they're going to be able to look like with who they have left.
Larry says all these armchair John Woodens need to, as Aaron Rodgers once said, relax. Transfers are part of college athletics. Some work out, some don't, same as recruits. I'm going to trust Coach Weir and adjust and make a run in March. Okay. James says Candelaria is right on. Jeff, it's worse for the women. It's embarrassing. The 5,300 announced crowd on Wednesday, more like 1,500, looked like a meeting of their entire association or the retiree association. That's another issue. He's not wrong with the rejuvenation of a new generation of Lobo fan. I don't know that starts with athletics. Like the athletic department's got enough issues. I almost think that's a Lobo Club thing, like a booster club kind of an issue. How do we get younger people involved to keep this thing going for the next generation? I think that's a total different but very valid one. Where does that come from? Whose responsibility is that? Those are the people who are long years invested in this program. Those are bringing your kids to Lobo games. Those are bringing your kids to events and getting them fired up the way you became fired up. That's how that's going to happen. I don't know. I mean, the administration's got enough issues.
Yep. Booster Club need a boost.
That's where I think that comes from. All right. So you're on the Chiefs and the Niners?
I'm going to go Titans and Niners.
Chiefs, Packers.
Riding the wave.
All right.
Titan wave.
Tighten up.
They're hot, man. They're hot like the Giants were.
Yeah, I said San Francisco, but there's something tugging at me, and I got to listen to whatever that tug is, and I'm going Packers.
I want to listen to whatever's tugging at you, too. Just telling you. But it might be that almost 1-year-old. Almost 1-year-old, man. It's
crazy.
The end of this month, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Everyone's like, time flies. I know. I can't slow it down. You just have to ride the wave.
Nobody can. Nobody can. All right, what do you got going? Big weekend? What do you
Big
got?
weekend.
Got a ton to do this weekend. Big UFC card, big Lobo.
Very busy.
Very busy. You working this weekend?
Nope.
Couch is going to get a workout.
Working somewhere.
Who's getting a workout?
The couch.
Yeah, that's right. Stigler's on the sports bar today, and I guess Mitch Garver's going to be part of that show.
Mitch Garver, that's going to be a fascinating conversation.
Yeah, thanks to Hunter Green for
Major
being
League
with us
Baseball
today.
catcher deals in signs.
How do you prevent guys from stealing your signs? And did you know your buddy was stealing your signs?
Well, umpires in Major
Allegedly.
League Baseball now have to have a metal detector and wand the batters every time they come into the batter's box.
Umpire first come down like in Major League.
What's this?
Something else, isn't it?
Take off that chain, son.
All right, Josh, have a good weekend. Trim your beard. See you on Monday. We're here Monday. Don't forget Monday on Martin Luther King Day. We will be here in celebration of the holiday. Jim Rome Show is next. Dan Patrick's after that. Stigler and Trujillo on the sports bar this afternoon. We're back Monday with more award-winning radio for you then. Enjoy it. Have a great, safe weekend. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. See you Monday.